we load into game number 1 of this grand finals. Xtreme Gaming versus Team Tidebound. He went for the afterburner facet.
Strongest advantage on the ground road, Shiro plus Y. He even has it in every language. I love it.
What is this shit, man?
I think it's just a China meme that's going around that they are the best safe lane.
Dude, he translated it. He translated it, I think, from Chinese back to English, which is why it's supposed to be like
Japanese, English.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be safe lane, but like he just went
ground road.
Ground road.
I mean, it's Anshenlu, right?
Yeah.
Or Yusulu.
太变态了.
I agree.
Way too disgusting. I can't even see anything because New is just spamming this. It's like this
New is one of those guys that he just lurks in Twitch chat, you know. He's probably under some weird ass IGN.
Yeah. He's got the vibes about him. Like, dude, that guy's always has just the cheekiest ass smile. Unfazed by anything.
He was like kind of spamming some Earthshaker emoji.
Yeah.
It's true. Gaozu Feiji is the best, which is why they are in the grand finals right now.
True.
Meaning a familiar opponent, Team Tidebound.
Best like pause 3 bar. I love you. You know what? We're in Southeast Asia. Yeah, Southeast Asia. We were there for the first few days. Nothing but spicy all chat, flaming each other, asking where you are. Like, oh, you guys suck. This, that. And here we are, grand finals. These players just can't stop complimenting each other. They just love each other down here.
The China didn't used to be a all chat region, right? But maybe playing in SCA has like kind of got to them. You know, we see so much chatting in these games.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, not to mention, these guys are intimately familiar. They're all friends, right? Realistically speaking, they've all rubbed shoulders on the same team
Frenemies.
Before. Frenemies. Yeah, frenemies now. Tidebound versus XG when you're fighting for 1 slot to Raleigh. Yeah, the best you can be is frenemies. Late smokes from both teams. Yeah, trying to get a wrap around here.
Yeah, I think they're trying to block the Colo cam.
Ooh, okay. Lu, wise to it though. It is daytime and he'll see them coming. Ends up being a 3-for-1 rune trade. Tidebound, they choose to bring 3 members around that top side and they end up giving up every other position on the map.
Yeah, so if you look at this off's bottom, Tiny's just gonna be playing to pull the wave and probably career snipe a little. PYW has the boots. The reason I talked about this Colo is because on Radiant, you can actually stack the big camp by yourself, right? It's pretty simple.
Sure.
Which is probably why they are so confident to pick the Colo up early. Just Radiant strength of the Radiant mid, I guess. We see these like Sand Kings and Pucks, sometimes they just kind of push the wave and you're able to kind of stack the camp on your own.
Very easy access for sure. It's a bit more of a walk when it comes to the... Oh, I like that adjustment. Do you see that? Nothing to say purposefully angled the Illuminate away from the range creep. Hoping that the wave will push into him, of course, but XM very much going to be the king of this lane, at least early on, and actually just perpetually, right? It's not like the Koto can challenge you.
He'll be fine. He's played this before, nothing to say with his wave pulling shenanigans. Gets a range in 9 too, so not too bad. He's just gonna, they're both just gonna hold it on their high ground. Yep, and nothing to say gets the hill. Okay, so I think something cool to note also is that XG kind of got a really nice ward on the high ground here, because Night Stalker, I've talked about it before, his facet choice does affect the laning stage. So imagine you're Viper and you don't have this ward and nothing to say is just in fog all the time, and you actually can't abuse your strength as a Viper.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, even if you give away the ward on the high ground, it's like it could be left, it could be right, it's not entirely certain where it is. You ferry out a sentry, you miss the D ward, it's even more painful. You just want to get those auto attacks out.
Yeah. Top lane, but pretty happy up here. Not much of a kill threat lane this Shaman. We see a bit more passive pause fights recently, don't we?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, I think the most aggressive thing we have is like the Ogre Magi, like level 2, level 3 timing. That's about it.
True. Where is Ogre Magi this series? Trade off for the Y clockwork.
Yeah.
Super low. That's a pull.
What's the grand plan for this carry Razor here? Why? I mean, I get that it's a typical gyro counter. It's really solid into the Viper as well. Can it really carry the weight of Tidebound here, or are they just looking to play so fast that Xtreme can't keep up?
I think it's a strong lane, which is kind of a Tidebound's playstyle, and then you kind of scale from there, right? So I think Tidebound's biggest strength is their ability to play the map. Like, we see them predict a lot of moves. They're usually a step ahead when it comes to the smokes. A few seconds before anyone's there, they are there. And I think this stems from like the advantage in lane, right? So they have a concept that they play around, and just kind of sticking to it here for game 1.
Yeah. Long road for them to go. Of course, Tidebound had to play that best of 3 series, even though it wasn't really a best of 3. As you like to say, Adam, it was a bit of a worst of 3. Jakob's brothers clearly not showing their full strength there and will not have any further opportunities to do so. But yeah, either way, they still are games that you had to sort of put in effort into. So XG, definitely the advantage in terms of, I guess, a bit of freshness. We'll see whether that can play into their favor or whether that actually impacts anything in the game. But now, like you said, Bart having a swallow time up here in the top lane, but second it hits daytime, I assume the kill threat starts to get a bit scarier.
Nothing to say. Going for a little... Is this a stack? No, he's just trying to kill it. He wants the double stack, but PRW doing a good job. He's gonna help control bottom rune, and the water rune still hears his 2 minutes as well. Oh, I say that. He just kind of ditches. No stack block.
Just wants to see what's up. Keep tabs on the Coddle. Make sure he's exactly where they expect.
Nothing to say. Actually doing pretty well. 26 CS. Obviously some of it neutral creep, so probably a bit lower in net worth. I say a little bit, about 500 down below XM, but kind of expected, right, from this early pick Coddle.
Yeah, for sure. I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because Coddle doesn't want to interact this way anyway. He's always going to just kind of look for those rotations as soon as he can. Do you need to sort of wait for that Boots of Travels? I mean, he's queuing up that urn, so I assume as soon as that's done, he's got level 6, he's got to start moving on the map.
Usually I think level 7 and 8 are like the timings. Sometimes level 6 you might see a TP. I will think his angle is probably just to go bot lane. I think if you don't get gated on by Gyro and you move bottom just to kind of shut down this Beastmaster and enable your Shiro, eventually when Bak turns 6 they kind of gate top. I think that's kind of the game plan for them.
Speaking of gate top, here comes Y. Great timing right before the nighttime ends. They did not see this one coming. Big stick charge. Low. Surviving for now, but will not be able to live through the sheer damage. Nate gonna get procced and a double kill for Planet. Excellent rotation. And this goes back to what you were saying about Tidebound. They have these timings down to a T. Through the twin gates right before daylight cracks, and Buck is gonna enter this awkward phase of the game. Pretty happy, all things considered.
Look at XM.
Wow, look at that.
Nice stack. Even get, oh my god, Poison Burst. Viper got XM.
Okay. He knows. Hang on.
Oh, pop.
Ooh, he got it!
Calculated.
Calculated.
Nothing to say. Gonna be a little sad about that, but such is life right now. Has the urn and level 6 now, so we might see a rotation to bot lane at some point.
It is.
There
TP
it
in.
is.
Keep our eyes on the bot lane.
The lane is
Beastmaster.
in very deep though. I don't know if he can kind of get here. Is he
Yeah,
showing?
don't they?
Kind of showing.
I think he just showed on the catapult. Am I high? I mean, he's basically under the tower now. Can you even catch him? We're gonna try. XM's TPing in now. This is a precarious position. Viper strike out onto Y and PYW able to chase. Goodbye Clockwork. We'll try and get something. The blasts are still doing an absurd amount of damage, but with the 80 rune on the Viper, you can't keep chasing. Good try there from Tidebound, but very awkward execution.
It was kind of forced. The creep wave was kind of bad. Maybe could have used the smoke there, but XM TPing in with the 80 rune. Drops a Viper strike and pretty much full to zeros. Y there. Meanwhile, Bak will drop as Planet goes to mid lane to kind of just pick up some EXP. How's Bak looking on levels? He's gonna get a Wisdom rune too, so close to level 6 is level 6 now. 7 minutes in. This is a scary ass Night Stalker, man.
And don't be mistaken. The fact that he is level 6 means that suddenly this top lane might be lulled into a false sense of security because they just killed him. But he can turn it into nighttime and make it a very, very bad situation for them. Get the stalk on.
Yeah, Y also doing a good job. He goes through the gate, devoids, and then he's out of there. So, understanding that this fear factor of the gate coming in with this Night Stalker 6 is a very real thing this game.
Yeah. Look at the positional adjustment. Right before they hit that level 6 on the Night Stalker, Lu and Peloson was still playing up top. Now, hiding behind their tower. Very wary. Anytime they don't see the clockwork, they are in the danger zone.
So
Yeah, this is gonna give Bart some space.
It's kind of New's job down here, right? To kind of put in the way for PYW to just kind of look out. So instead of playing bottom, they'll just dish bottom and decide to try lane top. Be like, okay, our gyro needs to lane. We will protect this area. So nice ops from Tidebound to be able to scout this out. 2 insanely deep wards actually, just to kind of protect Bart up here. But PYW will get scouted out.
I feel like we've said this over and over. Sound like a broken record at this point, but the Tidebound warding has been just spectacular. I feel like it gives us as third-party viewers so much insight as to what they want to do, and it just completely helps them navigate with their already extremely strong game sense, right? Some of these trickier situations.
I feel like these wards are, it's because of foresight, right? It's like you understand where you want to play. For example, you look at Xtreme's ward in the bot lane to protect new jungle. So from the get-go, they probably understood that they need to play around gyro. If you're playing around Beast, you ain't warding here, right? There's nothing to see. So same kind of concept from Tidebound, both teams just showing how good they are when it comes to understanding of where they want to play in the game.
Chill early game. I thought there would be a bit more action, not gonna lie, at least from the Xtreme Gaming lanes. Thought this Shadow Shaman Gyrocopter was gonna pop off, but taking it chill. Honestly, I'm sure XG are fine with this because their net worth is doing much better than their opponents. I'm sure they can't see the numbers, but I'm sure they're all feeling great.
I mean, it's a different kind of pop-off, right? And you're also playing against Coddle, so if the score is 2-2 at 10 minutes against Coddle and he's recovering in the jungle, that's something you're really happy with as Xtreme Gaming.
What's this timing then? Because we saw the Kotal make one rotation down to the bot lane, didn't really work out. As the boots of travel complete, but 0 charges in the urn. This is not ideal for Nothing to Say.
Yeah, he's going for Vessel, just because of that, they are kind of lack of damage. We'll miss something here, but finally we'll get an Earth Charge, Nothing to Say.
There we go.
And this is catapult timing, right? 10 minutes. We see him trying to defend, but he cancels his TP.
Oh, is he dead?
He's extremely dead, my friend.
Oh no, Nothing to Say, not like this. Why did he cancel his TP? I guess he just saw that Tidebound were completely responding to that new dive attempt, and he just thought, yeah, you know what, I'll stay mid and farm. That split-second decision kills him actually, and XM will be very pleased about that.
Yeah, and Paulson's level 6 now. Again, still with the catapult. See what he chooses to do here. Void Stone first, so just kind of rushing the Aether Lance. Prioritizing the range. Just a nice save. Gets to stand behind. Maybe land some nice shackles or ward traps too.
Also probably helps him keep out of the Night Stalker crippling fear range while he's shackling, so that doesn't sort of trip him up a bit.
That is true. I think something cool here is that oh my god, brain fart. So they have no phase boots, right, other than Night Stalker. And Shaman wards, like if you ward trap Razor, the fight is honestly kind of over. Same for Nothing to Say, right? There's no real way to get out other than heroes don't hit the snakes too well. Wise in position, Lu.
Set up. Ooh. Hook shot in, Shiro's in as well. Talk about the Razor being held in place. Same kind of situation for the Gyro though. He doesn't like not being able to fly around freely. Great rotation there. Use of the Dark Ascension as well. It's time for Xtreme Gaming to take a bit of a back foot, but they seem to be the ones setting up for some sort of expected movement. Smoke being passed around here, is it? Do you really want to go at this time?
I think you do want to defend your map, but this really nice ops from Tidebound. Just look at the emphasis they have on top lane. They want Bak to have a really good game. Why is he gonna walk in here? Suppose he's just gonna drop the snakes. I don't know if this is a kill. He has one charges. Zap.
Be able to just walk out. There's the zap. Nicely done from Peloson. And
the boys are coming
running into Lu though. In comes the rest of the boys on Xtreme Gaming, ready to run you down. Has the TP out on Bak. Unsuccessful. They will just... Oh, okay. Those are some Coddle illusions. That's a real Coddle. Body block. Beautiful from PYW. They can't continue the chase on. A bit too quick with those Boots of Travels and the Faded Brooch. That was scary business.
Yeah, he didn't toss him back for whatever reason, but I don't know if it'll change anything. Ward's setting up on new here. Solar Bind.
Try and find him.
He's trying to turn his drums.
Needs to watch out for the raw. Hook shot comes in right off cooldown. These timings. Tidebound narrowly dodging disastrous situations and finding decent ones. That top fight could have gone so much worse if Bark actually got caught there, but they all managed to slip away. I think only Planet ends up going down. And they find the kill onto New down here again.
And just like that, Shiro's suddenly #1 in net worth.
Yeah.
300 from BKB, so pretty uncommon that we see this, but first item BKB on Razor. Going for a more farming build with these mana boots. Something we used to see much more often until people just kind of stopped picking the hero. It's able to spam through every camp. So thanks to the facet he went for, the Thunder hit.
I've been playing a lot of Razor recently, and I just feel like this Arcane Boots feels so nice.
You
don't really buy any other mana items.
The smoke on smoke.
Run into each other. Pelosan gets caught first. Beautiful hook shot. Cogs separating both of them. Pelosan gonna try and hold Planet in place, but still.
Yeah, W is here. Nothing seems in trouble.
Gonna come through. Shiro is on the back line. New will try and run through the whole team. Nothing to say is dead though. And without their Kotal, they can't fight at this early stage of the game. Take pull up to the high ground. They'll be fine. Shiro still trying to play with them a little bit. Make use of that night vision and the beautiful high ground ward that they have. Yeah, they gotta know that there's a ward there, especially if that Midas in the darkness coming out from Bart. Nothing to say going down here though. That's painful.
I saw New going for drums and I was wondering if he would finish the bearing, but I think this is like such a good item choice. It's good against Night Stalker, it's good against Razor, and it is good against Kotal. So no Dispel, yes, but you can't slow me or my team. So I think this is gonna be super big for Xtreme once they get it. XM also, look at what he built. He has 4 stuff, first item. Yasha 4 stuff. He knows he just needs 4 stuff. Razor can't stick to me, Clover can't stick to me. And if you look at Tidebound's heroes, they are, oh my god.
Oh, PYW in the mid lane, toss back onto XM. He just respawned here. Nothing to say is Kotal has not had a good time.
No mana, that's because you're dead. They do get New down here, but I don't know, I feel like XG just seem to be in a very good spot right now.
I mean, they are killing New here and there, and they are getting some of these supports, but realistically speaking, look at Lu. He's had a pretty free time farming. Sure, he's had 2 deaths, but still very comfortable. XM as well. Hasn't died just yet.
PYW again. He's so fast with these setups. No dagger, but feels like he's constantly in the right place at the right time.
Take advantage of the daytime vision. I think they saw him though. Gotta try and run down on Bart, but wise to it is the Night Stalker.
Bot lane, they are gonna group for a tower. They know the pressure is supposed to come in top lane, so Shiro will start pushing it in here. Has the BKB catapult, this tower will go down for free.
This is kind of a bit of a problem with this Radiant lineup. They don't do objectives all too well, huh? Like I don't know when they're gonna be able to ever get Roshan. And these tower pushes, I feel like XG should never let these go for free because they just push so slow. Nice Atos reveal.
Pretty tanky PYW. Vessel on the wrong target too.
Try on the Hex to save though, but there were too many shooters on Tidebound rotating to that top lane to get the kill.
Pretty even game. It feels like Tidebound are making the right moves, but they're also not getting like the bigger kills. Sure, they get New once or twice, but look at his Beastmaster's net worth. Just the nature of their heroes, right? Like they just farm faster. Maybe Viper not so much, but dude, he's even going for a BKB first. I love his item build. It's so like, I'm just gonna deal with what they have, you know.
Yeah.
Bearing on the way. Big power spike for him and his team.
Look at how easy it is for them to push these towers. Tidebound, you need to bring 3 heroes, none of which can even really clear a wave or push the tower. New just sends the creeps in, gets it done. The map is kind of falling the way of XG, and that's weird to say given that you're playing against a Night Stalker Kotal. You even have the global vision of the clockwork, but none of this information is translating to any viable move for Tidebound. They're getting scraps off the map, man. Not much else.
I think it's not too bad. I think their draft is not like super high pace. Obviously the call would have loved to have more impact, but XG handled it really well. It looks like they will sneak into the Rosh pit here.
Yeah, why not?
Nothing to say TP is bought to farm the wave, but do they know about this Roshan? PYW showing mid and 4 heroes aren't.
Okay, Flare coming through. They will know now.
It's too late though, unless they all TP right now.
They can't rotate in time. They'd have to
Yeah,
all
TPs
TP,
are coming
and that's what
in.
they're doing. They're gonna try. Bring in everybody.
Yes,
Why?
hook
Hook
shot
shot available.
one.
One more rocket flare. Will he be in time? He doesn't. He actually gets the last hit on the Roche, but the Age is being taken by XM
I
now.
don't think they can fight this.
Tidebound will try and punish Shiro on the front lines with his BKB. Gets rolled up and starting to get auto-attacked by XM. They will be able to clean up the 3
PYW
XG
and Lua
heroes
coming.
here. They're trying to finish off Shiro. His BKB runs out. Getting the first life of the Razor. Sorry, the Viper, but the Razor gets tossed down. PYW with a beautiful toss. Now low on the chase. It's into the nighttime though.
PYW
This isn't going to be too easy. Throwing out the call down just to scare them away, and with XM on the front lines, they can't actually keep chasing. I don't even know who that fight favors. Shiro goes down, they get the Aegis, but the Roche kill goes into the hands of Tidebound. It's a mess.
I think every time this Razor goes down, it favors Xtreme Gaming. He is the one carry, but hard to have impact this game, or at least I'll say he is far from it. He does have good items, you know, he's not poor by any means. AK net worth not too shabby considering how the game's going, but he needs a lot of items to have impact in this game. Mainly because they have Beast and Viper, right? And this Shaman save. So it's not really easy for him to kind of get kills. Shaman's probably the easiest kill, but Tiny's tanky, right? Sure, you can man up, you can bring him down with your team, but running into Roar and Viper Strike ain't easy.
This is such a difficult position they've put Shiro in. He not only has to be the frontliner, he also has to be the damage dealer. Once BKBs come up on these Xtreme Gaming heroes, I don't see how they actually die. Move out. Oh, this would be an amazing grab at Shiro. Is he wise to it? Not wise enough. Has to pop the BKB. That's a 9-second charge used in the bot lane. 8-second charge now used just to survive. Both fights didn't really end up in his favor, and just gonna get a free tower to boot.
Tormentor even. Bak has no ultimate and Shiro has no BKB. XG, they can probably just walk up here. Manta on the way for XM, so... Tidebound, what will you do about this? They are in position, they know this is probably gonna come. Xtreme Gaming, do you want to take this? Oh, they're trying to take it first.
We'll be able to do so.
Oh, that's nicely done by them.
Good
That was
move, good
definitely gonna
move.
lose that.
5 seconds later, and they would have probably died as well.
Also, does he want a snake? Yes, he will.
Why not? No problem. The Aegis would have been nice, but it's not like Tidebound are really challenging you anyway. A bit too much firepower on the Xtreme Gaming side. Can't run into these snakes, just have to give up the tier 2.
Wing tipping bottom, and this makes you lose your triangle, so less farm for Shiro. Meanwhile, Lu, not even part of all this movement. Just kind of farming it up in his own jungle. On the way to BKB, has the eggs. Crystal is Pike queued up next to, so it's another mobility item to deal with the Razor. TP's down
We
here.
got
You
a
want to
TP
fight the
the
Wisdom Rune.
gyro. Bak was trying to get sneaky with it. Actually gonna pop the ultimate. Try and burst down.
Loses Hex, there's no more save.
Is this possible still though? Shackle would save. The magic damage is enough, they find him. Lu ends up going down, nothing to save. 4 staff away, that was quick.
need to
They couldn't get the
retreat.
lockdown, this is bad now. XG splitting up all across the map, and that ends up working against them. Hookshot in, if Shiro can get
Oh,
the
XM
link onto
misses
the
the
Viper, he's in
4-staff.
trouble. XM, he misses the 4-star, but with the Viper
Well, I
strike,
don't
he
know
still
who's
will
in
be able to
trouble
finish
right
off
now.
Shiro. XM, a lot of his damage being drained out, but the poison attack
Nothing can cancel
still
Shackle.
doing its work. Nothing to say. Needs to send this blast flying in. Need to finish off the Viper. They will get that last hit. Bak able to salvage that fight. Shiro basically has to sacrifice his life again. But not a bad trade for Tidebound given how far behind they were.
And that was a very slight mistake by Paulson, popping the Hex onto a Night Stalker, and Bak, he just identifies there's no more save. Planet did so much damage together with the Coddle coming in. Gyro full to 0 Lu. We see why he's been farming this BKB, not being part of fights. Oh man, Tidebound, are they back? I'm not 100% sure, but the net worth is pretty damn even right now. Other than Planet.
How
who's-
has the Razor, who went for a BKB first item, been able to keep up so well in terms of net worth? That will be the biggest mystery to me. With how the map has looked, Xtreme Gaming have taken up so much space, invading the triangle, invading these spaces that the Razor wants to farm, but he is still keeping up big time.
Dude, his hero farms really fast. You just spam out. The plasma field double camp all the time. Okay, not much difference from Gyro, to be honest. At least not right now in the early game. Shiro has the Lincolns queued up. Okay, so something cool about Tidebound's lineup is I think at some point when they have more Lincolns, this game actually gets easier for them. Because I talked about how this like Viper Strike and Roar is like a way of dealing with them, and
Sure.
obviously it is, but they do have timings against it, you know, they're not like totally out of it. Close to the eggs.
Yeah, we see what happens to this poor gyrocopter.
They want to
First
come
pick.
down here. Gleipnir on planet.
Quick blink out though. UIW
Okay.
escapes trouble. The Planets had a pretty good game too. We were talking about how Tidebound were losing ground in the map, but suddenly out of nowhere, this Hoodwink pops out with Athos, gets a couple of kills, survives some of these fights as well. Planet has never sort of been one to be lacking in terms of the net worth department. Look at the gold on that squirrel. 9k. Pretty nice stuff.
Doing really well. Nothing to say. Octarine on the way. But going for the AC. Is AC the build? I'm not 100% sure. Don't play enough Night Stalker to know what item he should actually go for. I feel like it's some like BKB Nullifier game. I might be wrong.
Yeah. Tiny going for the 4-staff soon. I mean, a couple of different 4-staffs. Nullifier will be very nice here.
I guess he feels like he'll get a Nullifier eventually, but he doesn't really need it right now. The way the fights are going, they're just kind of blowing people up, right? And AC does contribute to that.
It's
A
true.
really nice pseudo-defensive item against the Gyro too. Flat Cannon, obviously. You give your team 5 armor. It's something.
5 armor for like almost 6k gold though. That's
Yeah, but it's also an
insane.
offensive item, right? You have a -5 armor. It's kind of a swap. It's really nice against Viper and Gyro. And the Beast, a lot of physical damage, so... Not much, but it's honest work, you know?
That's true. That's true. Can't be caught out here disrespecting AC on the streets. Solid item. Good man.
I think on top of all this, it's also like... It helps you farm, right? This Hyperstone build-up compared to OXM. Here's the Manta. They are gonna chase
Ascension.
him down. This is the solar bind.
Gleipnir holding him in place. There's Shiro with the static link. PYW there to respond, but the BKB means that this Viper is DEAD dead. New. Trying to find an opening for the Raw though. They forced off Shiro away. He is bone dry on mana right now. Creep still keeping vision on them. PYW looking for a reinitiation. Dark actually ends up going down. Not sure how that happens. Lawson probably shackled it up somewhere. Yeah, the Shadow Shaman got
This is a
killed.
nice ward on the right side. So 1-for-1 trade, but we see the power of Tidebound's lineup, right? They start this fight, they have vision, and as soon as they start and you use one of your 4 staffs, oh, hold up, nothing to say. Wishes he was in spirit form right now because he is definitely in trouble.
He is about to get turned into a spirit. Nobody nearby to help him out. Didn't expect that quick response from XG. Ready to pressure down this tier 2 tower. No Viper, no problem. We keep it moving.
This might be a tier 2 tower. No BKB on Shiro, so no real way of contesting right now. The glyph will come out. Creep waves a ways away. XM is showing top though if they want to try and do something about this, but no Night Stalker ulti too, I guess. Just a Daywalker.
Yeah.
And this tower will go
Walking
down
season right
for
now. Not much
free.
you can do.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
What do you call Night Stalker if he dies in the daytime?
A corpse?
The Walking Dead. I appreciate the silence. It gives me
I
pleasure.
clapped! I clapped! Wait, did you not hear me
Yeah,
clapping? I was
heard-
clapping.
I heard a clap.
I gave you your dues, man. You got your flowers. Leave me alone. My goodness. Alright. That's the 1k gold lead. This game feels like it's dead even right now. It just really comes down to the initiation, whether they can sort of hop a hero open. Tidebound, they kind of need to eliminate one to start the fight. If not, it's easy for Xtreme Gaming to come back in with a counter initiation.
Dude, this Poison Burst Facet on Viper makes it look like farming camps is so... It looks like such a real thing. It's like Caustic Finale, you know? Watch,
Yeah, I
watch,
see what
watch,
you mean.
Watch, watch, watch.
I'm watching.
Hey, can you burst XM? What the fuck?
Dude, that was a Nether Toxin camp farm. That wasn't a good representation.
It's okay, eyes on XM, nothing happening anyway.
Yeah, who cares? Let's watch this Viper farm. I'm sure
He
that's
is
what
so
everyone wants to
slow.
see.
You have to be psycho. You have to be some level of a psychopath to enjoy playing this hero, man. He has Manta, which gives move speed, and he is still slower than something slow. What's slow, Mike?
Snail?
Snail? Okay.
Anti-mage position 1?
Is any which position one
Dire's
slow?
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, these are my pubs.
Damn.
Takes forever. I feel like I need to extend the game for 40 minutes before he's ready to play.
Alright, 40 seconds to Rosh. This is something that Tidebound needs to contest because playing into Aegis is kinda hard. XG, they are pretty safe with the RNG here. Roshan is going to be on the Radiant side. Tidebound smoking up though. Night Stalker, kind of the kings of these fights. I'm not sure if XG wants to stay here. Maybe go to a ward, kind of camp the hill. Find Tidebound off guard.
Now, this daytime Roche, in a weird way,
Dire's top tower
I know
is under
it's
attack.
Daywalker time, so Buck's not gonna have vision, yada yada, but the fact that it's down here in this bot side does favor Tidebound because they can buy back in and rejoin the fight easily compared to XG.
But look at their buybacks. It's only Caudle and on Bak that has it. And Bak, if he presses ulti and dies, you know, it's kind of whatever. Satanic on Shiro. Okay, that's kind of significant. A little tanky boy in the front line. Rosh is spawned. Paulson and New can kind of just two-man in here. They're just gonna try and zoom it down. Oh, the rocket flare. Bak's gonna pop out soon. XG.
They need to try and position themselves right for the fight. There's Buck with the ultimate.
There's no
Looking for a
daggers
target,
here.
it's
Who's gonna
just
get
low in
Aegis?
the middle. They're gonna try and get it again. Radiant are the ones to get the kill, but Aegis grabbed by low, and Shiro in big trouble. He needs help. He's being burst
The
down. The
Satanic,
BKB doesn't
though.
save him, but the heal, the Satanic. Caudle ready to pep him up, and Shiro, he will end up going down to the
my God,
damage.
the snakes.
Low out here with a second life. This fight is not one they can win. There's just too much concentrated
Nothing
firepower.
to say. Can you finish XM?
Nothing to say. He's gonna try
his
though.
best. I don't know if you want to
Looking for the burst. He doesn't have enough magic damage, and he's gonna go down as well. Buck not able to rejoin the fight. XM. Woo, rocket flare.
Oh my god, that was so close.
The Satanic on Shiro almost turned it around for him, but it's just not enough damage. They couldn't kill the Gyro a second time.
Yeah, but Lu as well. Just he has the Satanic too. Dude, he disassembled Crystallis. Sorry, am I high? What's Satanic component? Oh, you Claymore.
Claymore?
That is so cool. I've never seen that before. That's cause only Gyro can do it. Damn, bro.
Yeah. My goodness, what a sort of heads up play to sort of understand he needed the lifesteal in that fight.
I didn't know you can do that. The innate on Gyro finally some purpose other than the drums that we have stopped seeing completely because it was utter garbage. Nice, we did have Satanic too, and now XG, somehow the game, net worth wise, is still even, or even in favor of Tidebound, I must say.
Yeah, I don't know how that's happening.
Radiant's middle tower
I
is
feel
under
like
attack.
so much has happened in this game. Both Roshas somehow have been sniped by first a Clockwork and the sort of Night Stalker Razor coming in. And then the second time Razor literally just plasma field last hits the Rosh. They still get the Aegis. So it feels like this game has very much been defined by these Rosh attempts here from XG. They're just a bit 2-3 seconds ahead of where Tidebound would be able to actually put up a good fight.
Yeah, something big to note as well is that they didn't really get to use the Aegis aggressively, right? Both times it kind of went down immediately after they got Rosh. To look at Bak, Bak understands. He's like, okay, AC was probably not the choice, you know, so Hyperstone Nullifier, I like this. You can book out the CTY anti-mage. Do you know that reference, Mike?
No, I don't. Please,
You don't?
educate me.
Okay, back when CTY was playing carry, he went Battle Fury into Hyperstone on anti-mage, like every time. And it's just like, it was the build for quite some time, because it increased your farming speed by like a lot.
My God.
So
I feel
casual
like
Hyperstone equals CTY.
casual Hyperstone. Now that's fair.
Radiant's middle
Casual
tower
mid
is
lane
fortified.
tier 2 tower. Extreme Gaming.
It's close to the Skadi. This is going to be a really big item for him, because Buck has no BKB, and these Caudle heals are going to be less effective. It's only really Shiro that can kind of fight through it. Also, Skadi against range heroes is pretty massive. Just the slow that can come out. Man, Shiro, even with that SMY Satanic, it didn't really look like he could frontline into this. And this is before damage items on XG, right?
It's true, but then you sort of keep in mind as well that Shiro hasn't really teched into his damage items yet. I guess with Razor, you're always just hoping you
These
get that
are
damage
his
from the
damage
static
items.
link. Yeah, I don't know.
It's really just a refresher, right? That's the biggest spike that Razor has. But this game is... I don't know, how is it so even? I feel like XG is in such a dominant position. Maybe it's just because of heroes. Or maybe it's just Planet and his 13k net worth.
It probably is Planet and his 13k net worth. He has managed to stay heads and shoulders up on top of his competition. I just haven't really seen that translate to much else other than that initial Gleipnir pickup. He's going for a Daedalus on this Hoodwink.
He understands that they lack damage. I like the idea. I don't know how good it is, but I feel like his item build is correct. They need more damage, and he's like the only one that can kind of build into it, right? This right click. And complete Daedalus for Planet. 33 minutes. Brown Boots, Gleipnir, Daedalus. This is the turbo build that I see in my pubs.
Yeah. Probably works too. It's such an insane amount of damage. Look at him clear that creep wave. God damn.
Gleipnir on
Nice
2.
Gleipnir catch there. 4 staff up to the high ground. This is nighttime.
Oh,
they
they
got
catch.
the jump. Caught Y. That's not the biggest of deals, but 75 seconds without your
Dark
clockwork
pops
means
out.
that this Dark Ascension is forfeit.
He's wrapping around. Waiting in the wings. A little throwback. Faith Bien. Mode Observer Ward.
I mean, surely they don't go in here without the clockwork, right? The hook shot is such an important tool.
There is no goal. Who's gonna go? Who knew he catches? Oh my god.
But
That was an
that's
accident.
why I wasn't
but
too sure about that, but
that was a fluke.
swings a bit too close to that Shadow Shaman and Tiny, and they just clock him.
Flew a little too close to the bat signal. Batman goes down. No Dark Ascension right now. Coddle no ulti as well. XG, they're gonna just poke the high ground.
Radiant structures are
I mean,
Look at
they're
Lou,
not
he
just
even
gonna-
buys a 4-star.
Yeah, why not? Dude, they're not gonna just poke the high ground. They're gonna take like at least one lane of Rex. There's no buyback on 2 of these heroes.
Yeah,
They can't
he's-
fight.
The Hoodwink Daedalus though.
Radiant's top tower
Okay. Doing nothing at the moment.
Watch it bounce. Just you wait.
Radiant's top barracks.
Okay, we'll see, we'll see.
There it is.
Oh, Acorns.
Oh,
Radiant's middle
Barely scratching the 2 cores. Love that.
they're just lucky he didn't crit.
That's true, that's true.
What if he crit 4 times there? He would have lost his life.
radiant structures
Very scary Acorns. in
What
this
they
area.
will lose, Tidebound, is 2 lanes of Rex. Possibly even a third AC on you too, so these towers are melting. XM doesn't even have the shard, does he? I think he does.
has fallen.
Yeah, he's picked up his shot.
That's your boy, Paulson. Come on, man.
They're fine, showing the respect for the respawns here. I'm sure they are aware that the Night Stalker still doesn't have ultimate, but it's coming back up soon, so they don't want to tempt it.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, they are properly ahead now. 5k gold lead. Now the gold lead is starting to sort of reflect how we at least feel about the game from just watching it. It has honestly felt like XG have been in control for most of the past 20 minutes. The moves have been quite limited from Tidebound. We saw their draft at the start. We thought they were going to play fast, and they didn't really have the best start on Nothing to Say. They couldn't really connect on a lot of these moves. Every time Shiro popped out, he would have to sort of give up his life just to get anything meaningful. That has really started to add up now. Shiro was basically top net worth for what feels like a large part of the game thanks to his farming prowess, but now Low is the one who's eclipsing him just a little bit.
I think it's all these 4-stars, and again, this, like, there's so much physical damage to fight into. New has AC now. XM, the Scotty hitting you down, has the shard. It's just not realistic to be able to run into these heroes.
What's the strat here? Do you need to just kind of split? I don't even think you can split, right? The pick-off potential of Polosan or PYW, hell, even New sets up on you, you're just gonna instantly die on the map, and maybe another 2 lanes of Rags go down.
Can we get a level check on the Razor? Because I think the level 25 Razor can kind of swing this. Refresher level 25, I think that's like a big deal. The attack speed still. Because that's when Razor really gets damage. He's so far away though. And Shiro wishes he had some Tomb of Knowledges right now. Lu ain't gonna wait. High ground coming in. They have snakes. They have troll creeps. They have boars. They have new and they have one lane of Rex left to take. She will stand in front. Man, look at that tower. What tower?
Radiant's bottom tower.
How do
I
you
don't
fight
see it.
into
What
this?
tower are you talking about? Up to the
Oh,
high ground now.
Daedalus for doing
XG
a con shot.
really mocks those illusions. Nice job.
Oh,
Shot
shot
in.
in.
Are they looking to fight or are they just looking to scare them? Because it looks like the latter, and I don't think XG are scared.
Are you
Nothing to be
scared,
afraid
man?
of. I'm not scared.
I'm scared for Tidebound right now. How do you fight into this? You're
not
trying.
looking
Oh, he
too
finds
good.
Planet. POW might look to jump, but oh, look at the
Okay.
Acon shot. Come
Okay,
on,
the
man.
Acons are actually doing quite a significant amount. Yeah, like we were memeing about it, but they don't feel confident enough to actually pressure this, and mostly because the Roche is basically up right now, so you can just hit back, get that Aegis, try again.
Okay, hear me out. Okay, Planet needs a rapier, and then he needs the double Acon short charge. Tell
Okay,
him that
okay.
he has it. Okay, 1+1. Sorry, not +2. He gets the -3 armor, and nothing to say chakras him.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so
So
you-
you just get like maximum Acon action.
Yeah, and then you hope it bounces.
Okay, he seems to have misheard you a little bit here because he's going for the dragon.
Yeah, I
lance.
hate this. It's not it. I get the idea. Like you wanna be able to right click, right? Be more than your Acon shot, but I don't think you have time to go that far. I think you need damage now. Buy another Crystallis, buy a Dazzle, buy something. Shiro has the refresher. They are gonna prep for this fight. Probably see a wraparound, and there's an 80 rune in the river if either team scouts it, but looks like it will be ignored.
They have one single mission, Xtreme Gaming. They know they're strong now. They don't want to give Razor that 25. They don't want to give space for this Hoodwink to scale up even more. They're ready to
PYW.
try and end things. PYW on the front lines. Why? I'll scare him a little bit. The ward on the high ground gonna easily be
still
removed by
there.
the gem. There we go.
Paulson's gonna drop snakes again. They need to start here.
Shot in. They're gonna start on the
Nice,
gyro. The
blinding
damage
light.
step is there. Lu is in
Nice
trouble. Lu loses the first life. Shiro gets the refresh off. Needs the life steal somehow. He's getting broken up, but he's still doing the damage. Shiro will finally go down. No buyback. They haven't been able to kill anyone else off though. Pelosin escapes and Low pops the BKB. Back onto the high ground now. Buyback onto nothing to say. GG is just called. They
like
know
that.
they can't fight. That's it.
Man, Paulson just has his number. The heck, Shackle onto Night Stalker as well, just stopping so much damage. They can't kill anyone. Seems like they just couldn't run into the wall that is Xtreme Gaming, and that was, man, I feel like Tidebound, they were, it felt like, I think that's like the logic behind it. And we see New, he doesn't go for the beast, whatever the minion facet, he goes for, oh my god, the copy pastes are back. He goes for a Wild Hunt here, which is a more selfish build where you play around your hero, so we probably won't see the boar. And we see Spellbound on Ench, so every team kind of reading what's gonna happen here. No heal, just a way of dealing with beats. He also has more range to purge off the Shaman pop. Shaman save, like the Hex. So you
Right.
can just kind of cast it after the Hex comes out.
That's true. Usually we see the overprotective wisp, but over the past few days we've seen a bit of Spellbound.
GL Bak says the Troll Warlord. You also have the Troll Beast Shaman strat, which gives you plus 10% win rate.
Does it?
30 seconds to battle.
I don't know, man.
What is that strat? Like what's
It's like some troll comp, right, in Dota2 chess or something.
Oh, right.
Is Beast
right.
even part of it? I'm not sure, but Shaman and Troll are definitely from the same clan.
You mean Dota2 Underlords? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, it's auto chess. Dota2 has auto chess, no? In the arcade.
Okay, right. The OG auto
maybe
chess,
it's in
not
Underlords.
Underlords.
It might be the same in Underlords too. I think in every game it's kind of the same, right?
Yeah.
Warcraft even.
Bit of a contest here. Less of a contest, more of just a posturing. It'll just be... It's like... advantages.
I
for
wonder
the
how
side
bottom
of
lane's
Tidebound.
gonna go. Because usually we see the way Planet plays, right? He wants to have impact in other lanes. And he's gonna give Bak more levels, right? That's just how they play the offlane Tidebound.
Yeah.
But in this lane, it's a bit different. He can't really go mid to find the queen. It's hard to go top as well, because Tiny just kind of tosses you out if you run at him. So curious to see what he chooses to do down here.
I need to know what the game plan is though for Tidebound, because I'm looking at their heroes. I don't ever see a way they kill the queen. Like how do they actually ever get queen? Because she just blinks out for free. Unless you can somehow burst her within the duration of hook shot and Cogs bounce back.
That seems to be the trend in the draft so far, right? It feels like XG just drafts problem after problem, and Tidebound's early picks don't really cover base enough, and then these last two picks kind of have to address it, and it looks like, again, they have no stuns against Troll who can press out, against Queen who can kind of just blink out like you said. So I think it's a matter of like my best versus your best kind of deal, instead of we are gonna react too much to what you do.
Certainly feels that way. Tidebound just want to stick to their strategy of playing as fast as possible and keeping the tempo up, but XG, no strangers to that. They were the ones who put the brakes on.
She was missing some EXP here. 2 creeps, 3 creeps
Oh, dear.
if Y doesn't pull it over.
There's no one following the Tiny as well. Tiny's pulled the...
They're level 2.
Seems to have pulled the creep wave.
Never
Nice
mind.
pull.
Yeah, so they lose the creep wave under tower, and this next wave that PYW pulls here is gonna be the same. Meanwhile, top lane, there's a double wave. Can they kill it in time for it to spawn? This might be... They might be able to pull it. No, they won't get it.
Unlucky.
Very nice for XG. Sure, a bit low on the CS now, but the creep equilibrium going in their favor. The wave will come in.
Just shenanigans on both sides here. Buck, I think very early on, realizing that his mini little wolves can't actually do anything to Peloson, will just turn around and ether shock them. I mean, you
Yes,
run
sir.
those into the troll, it's just gonna die too. So, just playing keep away on both these side lanes.
Person dewarding his own big camp as well as the small camp. So pulls are open now. Something you want to happen when the waves are being messed around with like this.
Only lane that seems to be having much fun is this Portal mid. Portal mid and Queen of Pain both really high up in terms of the CS. I guess the troll is having a splendid old time as well. This is the last pick troll after all.
Yeah, nothing to say. Just gonna stack the big camp. We see him. I mean, this pretty standard call gameplay, right? You push the wave, you don't care. You just jungle wave, jungle wave. I'm surprised they didn't make a move to kind of deward there, but look at Tidebound's ops this game. Again, the story is like, okay, we don't want Tiny to come in and take our stacks and coddle. Because XM did a really good job of just solo walking into the jungle previous game to kind of take the stacks away.
Yeah. Showing us that Poison Burst on the Viper is actually a farming facet. So, pretty cool.
Does he have any points in Poison, XM? I guess not.
No point, right?
I think usually you get it if you want to pressure the lane, but I think in this game his role is more of a rotator to ensure the beast and troll don't get touched by this coddle ever. So wherever coddle goes, he's just gonna react with full mana and sonic wave. I feel like
That's fair.
XG will be pretty happy with that. Blue down here. Pretty free game.
Yeah, this is scary stuff. He's already queuing up the Battle Fury. Don't think anyone's really gonna threaten him.
L2 shackle.
Really just
we
gotta-
get the-
Trying to connect the pull there. They get the range creep. That's pretty big.
Yeah, and they're gonna get this big creep as well. So again, favoring XG, all these minor details. Top lane, the only lane really going pretty okay for Tidebound, but even then it's kind of even, I want to say.
I don't know what to tell you. It's new Beastmaster. If you lose this game, it's gonna be the third game that you lose in a row to XG, giving him this hero. I'm starting to believe that maybe this has to be taken out and maybe you sort of try and contend with the gyrocopter or something else instead, because this is not looking very cute.
You say that about like every hero, right? You play against on XG. They have so many of these heroes. Like, okay, new beast, okay. This Shadow Shaman is something now. There's this XM Viper. Suddenly there's some Warlock Sven. There's this Bristleback you need to worry about. I don't know. It just feels like they're good at creating problems in the draft. And they're really good at just kind of abusing how strong they are with certain things. Planet might be in trouble here. Can he get a root? Yes, of course he can. First
hit. Come on.
Second hit root.
Second, wait, what is this? This is some illegal gameplay. Planet will go down to the
And your
luckiest
Planet
two
cam.
sets of axes that Lo has thrown in his life, probably.
Yeah, Planet Cam right now. Now with the phase boots on Troll, he can get more aggressive in the lane. Like not a hero that really buys boots early most of the time, but Planet as well. I wonder where he'll go. Nothing to say. Already making the rotation top, and there's the tip. They know, man. They know. The plan is set in stone from the draft. Coddle level 6, he is coming top. It's so simple. Because there's literally no other move he can make. He cannot touch mid and he cannot touch bottom because Shaman is there. So XG
The only thing he'll be touching is his own jungle, I think.
Locked in.
And
Oh,
not
no,
happening,
no.
but there's still... There's these two up here. Enough to pressure New back. I will say Shiro and Y are having a way better time up here than the first game.
bit of a rune battle going on.
They get the kill onto PYW. That's not too bad. Tips come
Yeah, no
through
charge.
earlier on. So, a little bit punished for it. XM will be able to secure the illusion rune in the bot lane though.
So another source of protection for him. You know, top lane they're going hyper aggressive here. Planets coming in as well. They want to contest this Wisdom Rune probably.
And there's 3 members coming on 4 now. Tidebound rotating on mass, but they are a bit early to this situation. Maybe just trying to capitalize on that catapult timing. And what a timing it's gonna be. Steal the ball, hit your own tower with it. He brought mass numbers up here. New can't actually... Look at where New is on the map. He's just abandoned this entirely. He knows that he can't actually be up here.
He's doing the right thing.
PYW will submit himself though.
He might get the
toss.
rune though.
He's gonna try. I mean, he has to, right? If not,
Yeah,
it's
and
such a
try.
big EXP lost.
Oh, I don't like this TP.
Double Wisdom Rune. Hex, I don't know whether that did anything. But at least they saved the life of the Tiny. Get a courier of Shiro. Both EXP runes going the way of Tidebound. There was a bit of a worry early game that they were just gonna fall flat, but so far, not too bad. Playing through the TA lane instead.
Yeah, okay. So plan success from Tidebound, right? This is what you want. Your safe lane to kind of dumpster his beast, take his tower, invade. And now the triangle is gonna be a bit hard to retake for XG, right? They have pretty slow heroes. Sure, we see the wave, but nothing to say travel soon. And then they have this Ench that can kind of just live in the opponent's jungle if he really wants to.
Yeah. I think most important thing is those double wisdom runes as well, right? They are not gonna have those high support levels on Xtreme Gaming to put down a snakes or even just the additional tankiness of grow.
Significant impact. XM gonna eat some chain lightnings here. Going for rune, but Planet is there. Oh, is he
Sonic
gonna drop
wave.
the wave? Nope.
Just being pump fake, yeah. I thought Planet was dead there, to be honest.
You will lose the rune for that though. Nothing to say arcane rune now. They can kind of collapse mid if they want to. But Shiro more than happy to just kind of farm this area right now. This is TA's biggest strength as a hero. Similar to Gyro, right? Push out wave, dominant lane, control this area with traps. Nothing
Try
to
on
say to the
PYW.
top.
EP in from the Coddle. This is the timing, the toss up. PYW in major trouble, blasted down by the Coddle. It's an arcane rune boost that travels too, so he can get moving a lot faster than they might expect. But this is what the Coddle was picked for. It's trying to make action happen around the map, trying to invade early and squash the map that XG have. It's working out so far, forcing the blink out from XM. Nothing but pressure. Planet there to meet him. Trying to find him with the cogs. Doesn't have level 6 hook shot yet, but we'll find him trapped in. The blast. It'll be blocked mostly by the infused raindrops though. Not a very viable kill.
Yeah, nicely done. So XG, so far losing the top side of the map, definitely favoring Tidebound a little, but Lu is sitting comfortably down here. And look at Nothing to Say's item build. He has queued up an Orchid, so I like this a lot. I think it addresses some of the problems that Tidebound have in general. He's also going to get it super early, right? So with this Orchid, him and Clockwork can pretty much kill everyone, whether it's the Troll, whether it's the Queen of Pain.
This is what you want with the Clockwork as well. You want a +1 to run around the map. Use those hook shots off cooldown. Hurricane. Woo. XM quick with the blink though.
This seems more like a Tidebound playstyle right now.
This is what we come to expect from them for sure. Relegating the Beastmaster to a forbidden corner in the jungle. TP out, XM. Don't have a way of stopping it. Still no hookshot on Planet, level 4. These two supports have spent a lot of time running around with their team and haven't really absorbed as much space on the map as you would probably like. But all for good reason. 2 towers down now. Tidebound playing their tempo.
Such an active TA by Shiro too. He's abusing the fact that he has such a good laning phase. PYW already on suicide push duty. Just running down the top lane. XG, they can't really retake areas right now. They need levels. The 2 wisdom runes, like you said. Oh, Paulson's gonna step on a trap. Or not.
Gonna try for someone else. Looking for XM, the slow. It is huge. Melt Strike coming in. XM Don't think he has a second. Oh, the second blink.
Dyer's
Up to the high ground. They
Can get a
still
third
see
though.
him though.
Yes, take
2 more
charges.
seconds.
Should be fine.
He's fine.
Right side though. New coming in for Planet. Person has the Hex. I'm not sure if he's in range though. Has the Faded Brooch, so probably gonna get him here, but Tidebound are nearby.
Got a setup for the Beastmaster walking on over. Has level 6 for the Raw, but meanwhile, immediate rotation to the bot lane. Look at Low. Being run down now, New has the TP in. Raw on the Lycan. They're gonna turn around with the ult,
Yeah, the
but
Centaur
it's getting
stun.
chopped up, but the blast is there. The Centaur stun. Buying him some time, and Low, he's out of HP. Nothing to say with the click down, and
he's in
New in trouble
trouble.
now as well. The supports are rotating over, but they're not fast enough. The creeps will make quick work of that Beastmaster. Last hit! The Lotus!
Shackle.
Ooh, fed to him at the shackle there. Pelosan bails out his buddy. That was a close one. I mean, the fact that they get low, that is a huge kill.
Yeah, small little win through, but your troll goes down, your biggest net worth hero, and Shio's up here free farming. This bot tower will
bottom tower has
go down as well to an edge creep. And then Tidebound.
Radiant's top tower.
So much map pressure, all at once, left, right, and center. It feels like.
Everywhere you go, there are Tidebound heroes ready to bark at you, and I guess it's not a problem that they don't have stuns or slows or any disable if you just don't have anywhere to be other than in their face.
It's true. One slow is all you need from the Enchantress. This also propels nothing to say towards his Orchid, right? He's gonna have a big map to play around.
Yeah,
When you have travels, this is your dream. More places to TP to.
absolutely.
We've seen all these Linas, right? When they get travels, they're down like 4 towers. This is only place they can TP is their base, but nothing to say. Kind of the bodyguard of the map right now.
And that still no level 6 is a bit annoying though. No hook
PYW.
shot.
Should be
Keep the chase
fine.
going. We'll try and slow them up. XM there to try and match the rotation over though. Now getting caught, slowed up. I mean, this Queen of Pain is always going to be a difficult kill. We talked about how XM's job this game is to match the rotations of Nothing to Say, but even wherever XM shows up, just feels like it's not enough. Now, a very, very far back smoke. Trying to bait in Tidebound maybe, trying to get some sort of response, or at least reclaim this triangle. Have their
They
ultimates to
get
do it.
Shiro. They see
Planet
him.
has that
They
level
toss
6 now.
in.
They toss in the cogs. Not going to connect. Bowling
he
working
didn't
for
drop
now.
snakes.
There's the Sonic.
Radiant's
Paulson
The
is
snakes
so
are not
greedy,
enough, but
Paulson.
everybody is here. Shiro is going to go down. Can't get out of that one. All 5 heroes from Xtreme Gaming come out to exterminate the TA.
That's a very nice kill from them. Great move. Tossing the beast into raw Shiro. No counterplay, no dagger yet. Has it queued up though. They also will get this edge creep. The pesky little edge creep.
Was it wrong of Shiro to be farming there? Because I mean, that move was just a clean one, right? XG, I don't even think you can really blame the TA.
Oh, it's close. Planet kind of missed his cogs. They have a warrior, but they were smoked up, right? So he just felt safe. You know, there's an ops there. Your clockwork's kind of in front. Speaking of safe, PYW. I think he's... Okay, never mind. Nothing to say here.
Solar Bind out though. Solar Bind's
So
before the
tanky, man.
blast hits. Yeah, he is tanky. Battery Assault cancels. URW, dead.
Good attempt. But all it is an attempt. Lu has the Battle Fury now. So Farm City begins. Not much map to farm. Paulson will TP down here to kind of pressure the tower. They are going to just give up the Wisdom Rune.
You can't.
4
How
Wisdom
much?
Runes.
Dude, so much EXP going the way of these supports, and you gotta keep in mind that Planet basically spent that entire laning stage out of the way of Bach. He did not want to sap a single shred.
Dyer's structures
Still here they are though.
fortified.
Drums being looked at by Y. This is truly the tempo they're trying to play for.
Dyer's bottom
3k
tower
gold lead
is
though, and New, he is only one component away from the egg, so his power level is gonna rise drastically. But you look at his net worth, I guess you answered the question already. This is how you deal with the Beastmaster. They put him down, down, down.
Down, down, down. He is close to the clockwork in net worth. But once he gets the X, things might kind of ramp up. So it's because he doesn't get to farm ancients this game, right? We see Shiro just kind of set up shop here. Back to the triangle, even with that death, will ench. Finds Paulson, but there's the Hex. Oh, there's the
Shot
hole.
in. Planet finds that angle. Nicely done from the clockwork. Helm of the Overlord complete now for Bach means that there's a Granite Golem running at them. This is an insane timing. Link picked up in favor of the Deso. So understanding that if they whiff the initiation and they're not able to get on top of him, Shiro actually can last through these fights.
I like this dagger first. I think It just helps him play the waves, right? Because his team needs him to push out waves.
Radiant
If he goes Deso first, he can definitely die doing it. So dagger first.
It's kind of an easy situation, right? We saw it just now already. They didn't even need blinks. They just have a toss, throw the troll on top of him. Kind of difficult to survive that.
But if Shiro has blink, that is not happening to him anymore. So slowing down his tower push a little without the Deso, but I think it's completely fine what he's doing. You TP out top.
Zero stun gaming. Nothing happens to him. 3 heroes come in and all they can do is look at him.
They talked about the Tidebound counter
It's any hero with legs.
and a TP scroll apparently. But a TP here is not bad because now Rosh is in the vicinity. PYW setting up bottom on Bach though.
Shapeshift is available, but they need the Raw to really do this
That's
well.
a long toss, okay, not that long.
Dire's middle
Not long enough to reach New, who was a bit too far away. So Bart gonna commit that Shapeshift, probably run to top to connect with his team as well. They are trading out a mid tower for it, so pretty decent moves from XG to at least get something from that exchange.
Yep, nothing to say. Tipping back to setup already. Shiro will get the Aegis.
Roshan
No shapeshift though. I wonder if XG want to do anything here. They are trading the map pretty well and New is kind of recovering into the game, so Eggs is complete pretty much. I don't know if you go for a Blink or BKB next. XG are by no means too far behind right now. I think they're still in the game, but one fight could open up things for Tidebound.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Let's see here.
Tidebound
Still
though,
continue
they're
to-
grouping for the smoke. They have a read on this, so just they like say, okay, XG is not gonna fight us. Let's fake push. And Bug is the fake pusher. Top lane already with the creeps with the wolves.
What's the idea here? Like you show Bark and then they think everyone's behind Bark, then you attack in another lane instead?
Really nothing to say.
Apollosan, that is a nice set of wards.
Can
Spotting
they
the shadow.
go on him though? It's so
Radiant's
far.
middle tower is under
Nah, no
attack.
way, right?
That
Dire's
seems a bit.
bottom tower is under
Wow, what a rocket flare too, scouting that out.
structures are fortified.
Can't hide from planet.
You really can't. That game against Yakult Brothers, I mean, he was playing Shadow Demon. Sure, he didn't have any ways of getting vision, but he basically mapped out the movement of his opponents perfectly. Circled out the smoke, set up wards in advance. Game sense coming out from these boys on Tidebound. Astronomical.
XG kind of stuck in the bot lane now. Troll will be happily farming the ancients, but Shiro takes mid tower, has the Deso flying out now too, and will start chonking away at top tower, which opens up the Tormentor control as well as the Wisdom Rune.
Ooh. They thought the wall was on the high ground, but there's a very sneaky one being planted by PYW closer to the
Radiant's
entrance
top
of that
tower
stairwell.
has fallen.
It'll give them an idea that
Dire's
Tidebound are
bottom
lurking in the
tower is
area.
under attack.
Still kind
PYW
of seems like Xtreme Gaming can't fight, or rather don't want to. They're just clearing waves, splitting map, avoiding at all costs Tidebound, trying to dodge out this Aegis timing.
They're just dodging, probably waiting for PYW's dagger on Xtreme before they actually try to take a fight. So I think dagger on Tiny and high ground prevention, right? That seems like what they're going for now.
Are scattered.
They do look like they want to protect their Tormentor though. Aegis is kind of fading. Lu has the
Yeah.
Manta queued up. Little bit of a unique item. Usually we see the SNY, but against TA and Call specifically, Manta is just always nice. You get to dispel or dodge the Maelstrike. You get illusions to kind of break through refraction and purge for Solar Bind and Blinding Light. So cheap stats, another way to push out waves as well, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's true. SNY has become such a de facto item this entire meta that I feel like most people just buy it when they can. But makes a lot of sense this game to just have those additional illusions. Helps you out to break those refractions if you ever get on top of her as well.
Yeah, XG, this 3-man ball has been a ball for quite a while. Nothing really happening. Just ready to smoke, but also kind of need to defend the waves that are coming in. Bug just doing a really good job of shoving. And TA traps wolves, and this Coral Travels running around. My god, that is a pain in the ass.
Radiant are scanning.
They want to smoke again, but top wave. Okay, so
Hey.
Tormentor setup. I think this
Are they
is.
just smoking out just to get the Tormentor, or are they going to try and wait
I
for
think
some
they
sort
want
of
to
bait?
fight here. They see the golem, so they should understand wolves are here. This is the
Okay.
fight. Both teams.
Jump
Boston
in.
break smoke.
Found Bark. Can they save him? Hookshot in. Nice save. Sonic Wave comes in though. The cogs might
Bark is
actually
so
work against
low.
them. Bark is trapped. Bark is gonna go down to the Scream of Pain. Sorry. but nothing to say, manages to get a return. Now, XM is in trouble. He blinked into this situation. The Yules will bail him out for now. Oh, that I don't know whether that's what you wanted.
Oh, nice hex.
Silence up. Nice hex though. They couldn't find the real Queen of Pain and they can't keep chasing. I mean, Planet, that was a nice hook shot, but I can't help but feel like the cogs actually put Bug in a very awkward position. He was in shapeshift form, so he might have been able to run away actually, but they don't manage to get the Tormentor. They find Bug though. Not sure whether that's worth it.
It's something for XG, but something even more for Tidebound, right? They lose Bug, sure, but New goes down once again. Again, this beast is so poor. Kind of dependent on not dying in these fights to come back. 6.6k net worth. Dude, he's 200 gold above the clockwork.
Yikes.
Planet, who is apparently just one of the best farmers. Also very fitting of their playstyle, right? Going for the Aghanim's now, so more trap you in base. Which seems to be Tidebound's favorite way to play Dota.
Do you think there's any pressure on Tidebound's side to try and hit high ground with this Aegis, or is this just a suffocation Aegis?
I think Suffocate and second Aegis is what they're playing for, because before BKBs, before more items, I think the way these games come down is usually you have like 1 or 2 net worth cores on the other team, and then on your side you have 5. I think that's the norm of how these games go when you suffocate. So build anti-troll items, build some cash for Queen, and other than that you're good, because New is not a hero right now.
Right. So the strat is just, while you're suffocating, I guess it's the sort of Falcon special that we've seen them hone throughout the previous season, right? Get farm on basically all of your heroes, turn every single one into a scary core, and then suddenly the basic tools that you have on Xtreme Gaming aren't going to be enough. Maybe a Yules here, maybe a Glimmer there. Planet. Clockwork Aghanims, like you mentioned. What else we got cooked up here? But looking at the AC, nothing to say. Nothing to say going for a BKB. I like this.
Yeah, it's protection for him, especially from the Tiny and this quad blinking on him. I think also his net worth on supports gaps are usually what changes the game. You talk about his glimmers and 4-staffs. Tidebound already realizing how important it is. Shiro even going for the pike first. No BKB, so kind of double downing on the idea. All these auras, these solars, glimmers, 4-staff, these items, they change fights. I said, but why has the Dragonlance queued up? So turn into core, like you said, Planet with the eggs. Support items are for losers.
Yeah.
PYW?
There are no supports on this team.
I don't know if you can kill the Eng though.
Getting Hex, hook shot, they choose to focus down PYW instead. The Eng isn't dying yet, but Lu will start stacking up that attack speed, and with the Manta Illusions and the Snakes committed. Wow.
Bugs in the backline.
For position 5. Where's Bak? Looking at XM, but the Lycan can't get it done by himself. Pelosan again, just being so annoying. This 1-to-1 matchup. Regardless of hero, it seems like Pelosan's done a good job keeping Bak at bay.
Just being annoying.
He is annoying. He's obnoxious. Do you see that, Shadow Shaman? My god.
Pretty high impact for a pos 5 low net worth Shadow Shaman.
Yeah.
Some really nice hexes too so far. Pike is done for Shiro, Aegis fades, so XG,
they're still on the hunt. Like, that was almost an immediate resmoke after that catch onto the edge, so they're hoping to try and stagger some of these kills.
It was pinged out though. I think they caught a glimpse of XM on the ward you see to the left, so
yeah,
kind of just predicting the movement down here. There are pings on the Ancient though, and Bug is there, but they might run into Shiro instead.
That would be a much bigger kill. They have that lane ward, they see him.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's just parked there, but
too deep.
they don't dare.
Too deep. And then Tidebound with the counter smoke coming in. They will see XM. I don't know if this is a kill even with the Orchid. Has the shield rune. Bench can remove it and he will.
Yeah, but I mean, oh, hook shot. Tried to land it onto XM. Doesn't get the connection though. Lu able to manta off that solar bind. That's the item correlation that you were talking about. Silence up the double traps. Can they get Lu here? This troll is in big, big trouble. Might just have to pop the ult, but still bounced around by the cogs. Yeah, playing pinball with this poor guy. Oh, he's just getting bounced around. I know the Chinese are good at table tennis, but that was just a bit cruel.
Painful death for Lu. Not the hero you want to lose in this game. If anyone else, Lu is the last on your list. And Tidebound, they might want to force high ground a little here.
Yeah, I mean, no troll. If you force the buyback somehow, that would be insane. Still have Shapeshift available. Spirit Form is down though, so that might be a bit of a turn for them. 40 more seconds until Nothing to Say has that.
Radiant's middle tower is under
He's actually gonna go for the Aghanim Scepter on the Kotal, the Will of the Wisp. So just additional teamfight control, just helping them address that lockdown issue that they have. Look at your base, Shiro. Deso picked up, slapping away with the creeps.
So much damage. Deso with all his minions.
Radiant's middle tower.
They will back off after the tower though. No reason to force. Still, Roshan in 1 minute. I'm sure both teams are super aware of this.
Now, in the 5-5 team fight, we talked about this in the draft already. Xtreme Gaming have a very good set of tools. The question is whether Tidebound have farmed enough on their heroes that the items make up for the lack of tools. We're gonna see that clash come soon.
Oh, the
Spotting
rockets.
out PYW, the Rockets, they just scout everything.
Why just using his body too? So he understands that XG, what they need to do now is they need to blow up a core with this tiny Queen and Beast. If they don't find a core, if they use spells on the Ench again, the fight's just kind of free for Tidebound. We see this troll, he's not ready. He needs like 2 more items. Not too close to his BKB. Once he has that, probably needs a Basher or Skadi to even come close to being at the point where he wants to be. That's Satanic queued up, so just another Dispel. I am frontline.
I guess the upside here is if the game does go late, or at least if they manage to drag it out another 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I think XG have the better draft here. The Roche will spawn in 3 seconds though, sorry about that. So I don't know how much time they have until Shiro comes knocking on the high ground again.
Can they high ground? That's a real question here, right? Toss back. I mean, Luke kind of can't clear the Lycan Wolves. Which is why we see heroes like Naga being a bit more popular as well. It's just a way to non-commit. It's like your summons beat their summons, you know? Whereas for Troll, you kind of have to be able to man up. And Luke, we've seen what happens when he tries to kind of man up here. So much poke coming in.
Dire's bottom
So
tower
scary.
is under attack.
That's across the map, giving them good vision.
Dire's
Outward
bottom
flares as well.
tower is
Just
under
so
attack.
many ways. I mean, I haven't even started talking about the wolves and the Ench creeps yet. Feels like Tidebound have such an ability to light up the map however they see fit. It's left XG scrambling a little bit. That game number 1 kind of fell into the same trajectory as the games we saw yesterday. Tidebound getting slapped down by XG in a very quick affair, 2-0. Not wanting to let yesterday's history repeat itself.
Tidebound Shiro queuing up the BKB now. I wonder if he'll still go this even with the Aegis. Might just choose to go for a Daedalus straight up. They do have a really strong timing here. I'm gonna use some of this time to just finish their items. AC on Bak, Will-O-Wisp on Keeper of the Light, and then it's probably go time. So he does buy the BKB. Safety first.
Just wants that initial insurance. You mentioned already that the game plan from XG, or at least what Tidebound seem to be preparing for, is this first core blow up, right? If XG can find a toss back and they can kill whoever they find, it's gonna be a good fight for them to take. Tidebound don't have any saves
just
whatsoever,
smoke
it's
out.
just planet
Dire are
in
scanning.
the setup.
They wanna fight his Wisdom Rune, but Shiro's already melted here. Nothing to say.
Oh, XM, they're just gonna go on the TA and 100 to
so fast.
0 her. That's a good
Nothing
blow up,
says
nothing
in
to say in
trouble.
trouble. Has to pop the BKB, nothing to say. He has some cons to run through, but he can't make it all the way through. XM on the chase. They can't get any heroes on XG right now.
Bak.
They're doing a really good job kiting out Bak in the wolf
PYW has to
form.
jump soon.
The back up, PYW with the second jump
Nice
to
trap.
silence. Oh, that's a nice trap. PYW nailed. We'll get that tiny, but the TA Aegis is traded for it.
Here comes
Some
the
key
Clockwork
ultimates being
Rockets.
used as well. Clockwork, giving them vision, finishing off Pelosi.
Oh man, if the trap
BKB's
wasn't
popped on
there.
cause though.
Well, we see how close these fights are. Shiro had Aegis and look at how he died. He died to literally Sonic Wave Shiva and it wasn't even a raw for new, I think just wild X's. And so much damage. Tidebound, they are ahead, but this game is still scary.
Yeah,
That
the
was
11k
their
gold
biggest
lead feels like it means nothing, to be honest. And we're starting to reach the point where Xtreme are getting their items. It doesn't matter about that rough early game anymore. Sure, you have some useful tools on your heroes on Tidebound, but if they don't ramp up the pace, this is gonna start slipping away from them as a byproduct of their draft. How much can Shiro really do alone as this TA? The only carry in this game. Everyone can try and cosplay a core, but they're just not gonna be at the same level of something like a Queen of Pain, a Beastmaster, or a Troll.
Oh man. I don't really know who's in favor right now.
Yeah, I can't
Tidebound,
tell.
They are ahead and they can continue to grow ahead, but XG, they have heroes to kind of address this mid-late game.
Alright, we need our observer to pull up the win probability, because I need Gaben's help in on this. 66% still for Tidebound. So they are very much still favored, probably because of that gold lead a little bit here. But they don't have any way of stopping TYW. That was a clutch trap silence to stop him from getting that second initiation off. But if they weren't in time, it would have been disastrous for Tidebound.
XG, kind of happy with the game right now. Feels like they're one fight away from making a comeback. Happy removing the egg. Shield has an 80 rune though. Might have something to say about it. They know XM is here. Do they have enough lockdown though?
Get flare. That angle is awkward. The silence is there. Still has the use to save himself for now, but can just blink out. Up there. I don't know about that blink. Not respecting the vision that they have, but the second blink timing will be able to buy it. This impetus shot traveling, not gonna land. The second silence. Blink available in 2. Can he land the melt shot? Lands it. Gem on the deck as well. That is a big kill and a big slip up from XM.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
And
Dire's
XM,
top
I feel like if
tower
he didn't TP, he could have probably just walked upwards and TP'd out after.
Like probably blink like 3-4 more times just for safety.
Yeah, I guess he didn't have a.
is under
I
attack.
don't know, maybe a little bit of panic there, but Tidebound, they will take the kill. Thank you, XM. Gets the gem for free. And now, looks like they want to poke high ground once again. Have the Roche banner if they want to commit it.
This is scary though. We saw what happened the last time they tried to get up close and personal with this team. XG were able to shred that TA easily. That boots are bearing, soft commit for now. Nothing too crazy. Low on the front lines. Just send these illusions in to do battle. But look at the artillery. How do they contend with this? XM is back up in now. Have to watch out for a potential fight. Look at them backing up already, playing it safe. In comes BYW. He messes up again. Not really his fault, but the silence just too quick from Tidebound. And this Tiny is trapped in a bad way. Why on the front lines? Even if they lose that Eng, they use the Sonic Wave for the Eng, and he ends up going down to that final Dagon. Oh god, that was close. Ends up being a 1-for-1. PYW, you can't really blame him in these situations. He's the only one who can sort of go for these moves. But they are way too quick. They are so prepared.
Tidebound again. This playstyle continue to grow their lead. They have this very try and fight into us. What they say. They're going for a BKB now too. But BKB completed, so he will be more confident to kind of run into these fights.
We finally get Peloson. Oh, Pelo! Stick around a little bit longer for that. Those rockets would have knocked him.
Peloson?
Gonna find him. TP out. He's fine. He's fine.
Barely missed him. Shiro still wants
Though
to
the
force
Tormentor was
that
taken
though.
though, so Shiro's just gonna try and force the issue down here in the bot lane. Tidebound. The Ench is rejoining the team. She's not here just yet. We're gonna get that Ancient.
Are they though?
Silence.
Can't commit out. New has a Midas. What the hell? When did this happen?
Oh my goodness.
I think this is really good though, because he can eat the ice cream. It's also he has no space to farm on the map, right? And if actually needs to win, he needs Never. So I think it is a good move. You know, it sounds a little troll, but he cannot really go out to farm. It's only in farm right now.
He's been basically bottom net worth core for like this entire game, right? Oh, dude, Peloson is getting barraged by these rockets, man.
He has Tranquils and Dandelion's Amulet. Also has the Cluster Club, right? So at most you proc it.
That's fair.
PYW has not been having a game, man. Tidebound just seems so ready off and just ready for his time.
It's so hard for him, right? Because you'd like your Beastmaster to be a bit stronger, you'd like your Troll to be able to front line. Byproduct of how this early laning stage has gone, and mid-game as well, Tidebound, they had a slower start, but they still managed to wrestle back the control and start taking space on the map, and it feels like it was never reclaimed by XG.
Shiro, yet another AD rune. This is what map control gives you too. Patience, just wait. DD rune after DD rune.
UIW trying for the D-Ward will get spotted out, and Shiro just jumping in. Force the Yules out, New in the perimeter as well.
New, are you still sticking around here, New?
New is sticking around,
sure
and
about
that
that
is
one,
going to
New.
be a big mistake. He just gets shredded. Tries for the TP out. That is ambitious to say the least. No buyback for both of these players. They can now properly poke onto the high ground without the tossback potential. It's just a 3v5.
That actually might be game. This is the second lane for sure. Do they have to stop here though? 50 seconds on New. Bak has no shapeshift soon, but
Not sure if they're aware about the buybacks because honestly, gold values-wise, it's pretty close. 140 gold for the Beastmaster. If they can just get out on the map and get a bounty, but as we know, there's nowhere on the map that they can find this little injection. It'll just be megas here. Glyph to buy some time. They'll at least get the tiny back up for this potential fight.
they don't want it. Rosh is up.
Playing safe.
Safety first. Guaranteed Rosh. Third Rosh too, so... What's this? Aghanim Scepter? Dire Rosh? Yep. Aghanims, who does it go to? Y, I guess? Who else would we give it to? Shiro maybe, but does he really need X? I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Who even gets X? I guess Shiro just for the map movement. The little friends is a bit random.
Give it to Nothing to say, who might just sell his X for Octarine and eat that.
Oh, true.
I think that
yeah.
works too. It does
Step him
sound
up
better.
even more.
Yeah. Sounds pretty good. Let's finish the Octarine for his high ground push. No one else is close to any item anyway.
Yeah, the little friends is kind of whatever here, right? Like, it doesn't really majorly
Just gonna
change
go
the...
cash it in right now.
Cha-ching! There we go. So, Octarine.
Big upgrade.
Big upgrade.
Cool down these heals too. Something we don't really see on screen much, but it's constant healing coming out from Nothing to say. Solar Binds. Lower cooldown the Will-O-Wisp too. Ignis Fatus.
Ignus Fatus.
It's the name of the ball.
Yeah. It's a funny name.
It sounds very Gandalf-y though.
Yeah, true.
Appropriate. Wolf Creep 2, more damage. Actually, how are they gonna deal with this?
How are they gonna pass that Ignus Fatus? Protecting Shiro for now. UIW trying to sneak on the back like, brother! Brother, that is not your fight. Nice Sonic Wave to cover his tracks. He'll be able to get out somehow. Blink back. XM bailing his buddy out there. But look at the creeps, just protected by the banner. Shiro blasting away. And this Octarine, they'll jump in, trying to connect onto the TA. The axes are coming out, but the hook shot to bail him out. Shiro looks fine for now. Low still throwing the axes in. Meanwhile, Bak on the backline, dealing with PYW, taking out the Tiny. No buyback, and now Low in trouble. No more ultimate. He's gonna pop it at the last second.
That's the wrong way, my friend.
Low tries to get on top of this TA, but there's no hope here. You will just get clicked down. And without your carry, this best of 5 is looking like a best of 3. Tidebound inching forward to finish off that last lane of Rex. A 3v5 situation with no ultimates to work with. Doesn't look like a viable defense. They played it slower, they played it patient, but the patience pays off.
Still not calling
Suffocate the map. They want to try, but I don't know what the options are. Ignis Fatus pulling both in. Silence. The Hex to bail you out, but all you're doing is running back into your fountain. XM will try now, but hookshot in.
Trouble.
They're just laying in so
damage.
much damage. And he's gone. GG is called. There we have it. Down to a best of 3 now. Both teams need 2 more games to take down the other. Tidebound end that game with a 36k gold lead. Just feels insurmountable the way that
Timber, this Tiny is set up to have quite a good rotational laning phase, but I'm not sure if he can accomplish that.
Prepare for battle.
If you look at the setup on Xtreme, they have damage, right? TB, Lina, Timber, Pugna even is damage, but where are the stuns? And playing against Tidebound heroes, I think it's pretty difficult.
yeah, I get what you mean. Now, I think both these teams have shown on numerous occasions that they seem to be a bit allergic to the stuns. But last game, when Tidebound basically had no disables, they were able to win. So maybe XG were like, yeah, maybe we had a bit too much disables. We need to reduce the count a little bit.
Just match. If they have one, we have one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Late smokes out from both teams, looking to rendezvous in the bot lane. For those of you unfamiliar with Chinese, just some memes being copy-pasted by both Shiro and Niu, former teammates, just trying to poke fun at each other. Niu non-stop spamming in like what looks like 6 different languages that Shiro and Y are the best bot lane in China. Or safe lane, rather. And, of course, being parried by Shiro, saying, Niu is the most exciting player of 2023 from China.
2023.
Yeah. I mean, that's when he sort of made his big breakthrough.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
I think that's a compliment. That's basically saying you were the guy that popped off.
You were the guy though. It's like you're not the guy anymore, you know.
Oh, true, true. I don't know whether that context carries over in Mandarin, but what I do know is that it looks to be a pretty... I don't know, actually lopsided again. Tidebound. Advantage on the runes. Buck does take quite a bit of damage for it. So off to the races here, game number 3. Any lanes in particular that you'd like to look at? Because I know you mentioned Xtreme Gaming. Okay, well, let's have a look at the Brood Mama up top then.
I assume PYW is just gonna end up pulling the wave here until like level 2, level 3, and maybe try to take Shiro down after that. But Y also doesn't really deal with this wave pool very much.
Am I just like completely misunderstanding the matchup here? Because I'm looking at these two heroes. I don't know what they do into Timber. Doesn't Timber just keep whirling death forever and like nothing happens to him in lane?
Yeah, but Brood doesn't care as well, right? He's a good hero at sustaining. He can get insatiable hunger if he wants to. Brood's a pretty strong laner against these non-burst lineups, so he'll get low now, but I think when Timber's 3 and Tiny's 2 is when like the lane can actually be a bit scary for him.
Now, worth noting that Niu has and always has gone for this Twisted Chakram, so he's not gonna have that splinter from his Timber chains. The chasers down, especially in the early stage of the game, might be a bit lackluster compared to if he went for the other facet, but we've seen Niu Timbersaw scales up into a monster. Some call him the most exciting player from China in 2023.
That's quite interesting actually. I feel like he's the only offlaner that goes Twisted Chakram. I have not seen... I guess I don't see many Timbersaws, but usually mid take Twisted Chakram and Silence take the other one, right?
Yeah.
The
I think most
Shredder.
notably I see ATF and WS get this a lot. So it's really more those carry-centric, I built into a terrifying core of my own type offlaners that like to go for stuff like this.
I always felt it was just a better facet. Like having a second Chakram is kind of insane.
Yeah.
I remember when
I
you
think
needed
the common
Axe for
discussion with facets is always, you know, how much is it applicable at every stage? And like, how much use are you going to get out of it, right? And until he gets that level 6, this facet is basically nothing, right? Comparatively to the Shredder. So, we'll see.
that. I guess
Now-
that's true. Has a point in armor, so just to kind of enable his Tiny as well. Not really planning to kill anything in this lane, but just making sure he has farm. Brood
I
is
mean, this is going to be a bit of a
out-CSing him,
farm fest lane, right? We're not really expecting anything to happen here.
Yeah, I guess not. I think if anything, mid lane and bot's the one that something can happen, right? I know Pugna and TB are not really a kill lane, but it is a lot of damage and slow.
And this is why we see Planet just being as obnoxious as possible. That early win lace for the additional move speed.
He wants
They
to-
try and come over here and challenge
Can
for
he get
the
a
Lotus.
call kit away?
I don't think he can, yeah. He has to give that up. He's being run down by Polo here.
Yeah, will at least enable Bak to get some free CS under his tower. Again, the same trend
Sure.
continues. Planet sacrificing his levels for Bak.
It's kind of amazing, actually, the fact that you think you sacrifice yourself like that, you're not gonna have much of a game, but then somehow Planet always comes out with like highest net worth among all the supports, despite that early start.
They always give him a lane after, I think, when they're ready to like move. Even though it's a little bit later in the game. Oh,
This is the
Shiro.
timing that you talked about. Level 2 on PYW, level 3 on Niu. Shred down the Broodmother. So much for no action happening here. This Timbersaw cuts him down.
Yeah, that's like first blood for Niu. So earlier Soul Ring or Arcanes if he wants it. can definitely snowball a little bit. Obviously not the same power as a Beastmaster would have, but it is a pretty nice Timber game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I actually, like, unironically, don't know what they do against Timber. Like, I know you're concerned that the Brute closes the lane, but I feel like the fact that this Timber exists means that the Brute can't actually do that anymore. And you look at the Beastmaster in the bot lane, he's doing well CS-wise, but still is trailing behind this Terrorblade a little bit. He's not doing a good job in terms of limiting Lu. XG seem to be getting everything they want out of this early laning stage.
Yeah, alright. I think the Bruce pretty good. Why will get down here? They know Lu is low. He has stick charges and a salve, but he's not popping it. Doesn't have the Lotus in his inventory either.
Through the gates come Y.
Chased.
Looking at this Terrorblade, we'll just TP out. Ray heads up.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Right, go next.
Okay. Okay, Planet. My goodness, from downtown.
Little messy.
Don't let that guy get to a bowling alley. You're gonna be crying tears of pain.
I have a controversial question for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Ooh, I don't know ball like that, but I feel like
What sport do you
in
know?
terms, I can do Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo.
Alright.
I gotta go with Messi.
Okay.
I feel like, you know, I haven't really followed both of their careers, but it always felt to me like Cristiano Ronaldo had a bit more of a flash, and Messi has just been consistent for such a long time. And I mean, he's older, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Little deny of the boar.
Wait, you didn't give your answer. You can't just throw that shit at me and
I'm a Messi fan, so I'm a bit biased. I
I respect.
don't have good reasons for it. I'm just a Messi fan. But level 5 in a bit of trouble, but the counter to this, as we've seen, Tidebound has experienced the most. The TP scroll.
Radiant's
Yeah,
middle
they see the
tower
previous
is
game. They're
under
like, yeah, this is pretty nice. 0 disables. It's vibes. You talked about wanting the second meta to result in
Yeah,
something
pause
here for the
4.
Terrorblade.
Come down here.
Ruh-roh.
Oh,
Here comes nothing
ruh-roh.
to say. Arcane Rune, 3 levels in the Shrappity Shrap. And this Lu Terrorblade already died once there.
Yeah, out of there.
Just back up, play safe.
Nice rotation. We have not watched the mid lane at all. XM is slightly ahead.
middle tower is
This
under
man is really good on Lina. I will give him that. He's a big Lina player. Although I don't really believe in the hero right now.
So what you're saying is, if anyone can make it work, it's XM.
Yep, speaking of making it work, he's...
Ooh, dodge away. Nice play from Y. Very quick on the reactions. Out of trouble from New.
Good attempt to snipe from New as well, but doesn't get it. Oh well. Goes back to mid, back to farm.
Okay.
Radiant's
Early
middle
Laguna
tower
usage.
is under attack.
I think it's hard to remember this if you're not a Lina player, because Laguna feels like such a strong spell, but the cooldown on it is actually ridiculously low. 70 seconds at level 1. It's not too big of a deal that he just tosses it out there.
Yeah, it's more the mana cost that's annoying, because you want to spam Dragon Slave to farm, right? Keep up the stacks.
True, yeah.
But with this new build
150
we
is
see
expensive.
from Lina, just without the stun, you actually kind of have enough mana. Top lane, they will rotate Planet over. So they want to slow down this Timber. Nothing to say is on the way as well.
I'm not sure how they're gonna slow down this Timber. It kind of seems like it would have to be a dive. Wouldn't be a Chinese Grand Finals without a bit of color.
Do you like
Classic.
color?
Like the vegetable or the concept?
The vegetable.
I do not like the vegetable.
Why not?
Haven't really had good ones, I think. I
Damn.
feel like
Never been to
it's
China.
kind of
It's full of color.
I should go there actually. I've been promised by some of my friends that if I go there they'll bring me to eat all the best food.
Don't
So
lie, Mike.
maybe
You
I should
don't have
go, like.
friends
Damn!
in
You
China.
gotta be so
too.
cold to me for.
Man.
No, I got the. I'm
Name one.
Chinese, man. What are you talking
What
about?
the hell? Does that mean you have friends in China?
Yeah. Well, Hero
Everyone's
has
your
no friends up here. Yeah,
Don't need
trying to
friends.
survive with the insatiable hunger. No mana on New. Here come the friends. Ready to serve them a nice treat. Shrapnel and assassinate. There you go, New. The most promising prospect will eat a load of bullets.
This where you pause and type color again.
That's cool.
About the
Oh,
mental
Bart.
game, but I don't
Need
know
to
if
try
you
and turn
can do this.
around.
There's a
On to
Sunder.
poor Pelosa. Nice decrepify though. That will be fine. So will Pelosa.
No exchange of spells, but trying trying to turn but doesn't get the hawk dive. Has the power treads too, so a little bit tankier than normal. Going for the eggs this game. Really nice item against Terrorblade in particular.
This is... I don't know whether this is worth talking about or not, but I feel like I rarely see boots complete on the Beastmaster. At most, it's like an arcane boots.
Really? I feel power treads is just a nice item. I feel there's no item in Dora right now because of the spikes from... Because of the nerfs to bracers and stuff. Like you always see this like 1 now power treads and it just makes you so tanky. Like look at him now, he has in trades 1.3k. It's gonna change to strength soon.
PYW with the toss back onto the Terrorblade Illusions. They got him in a bad way. Buck saved by Y and his rotation. Mass TPs coming over. We'll try and push this push away. The meta is pretty strong. I mean, nothing to say is gonna come in now. Start shooting at the low.
Thunder?
Sunder on his own illusion. There we go.
He has a salve too.
Still trying to chase though.
With
Buck with the axes. PYW, you gotta be careful of the lurking Tiny.
Planet.
He'll be fine.
Wants something.
Dude, this situation is so tense in the bot lane. Feels like they've sort of been on the cusp of killing each other back and forth a few times. XM with the TP down. Looking at Planet. And get a kill earlier on. PYW with a nice setup. Again, the Laguna into the Phoenix. But Shiro has rotated through the gates as well. No level 6 on your supports though means that you can't egg. Lawson falling prey to the spiders will get Dragon Slave down. Heard a couple of chakrams coming through. Just trying to find that Shiro Broodmother. But already escaping back to the top side.
The whole XG family tipping in for Paulson. And unfortunately no one dies. Also, I feel like XM has like this kind of personal vendetta against Y. Both Lagunas so far, ignoring everyone else.
Just tunnel vision for the Phoenix. PYW will finish the job. No, infused raindrops. Oh, what a value pickup there. Always remember, folks, get your infused raindrops against these magic burst drafts.
OP item. 200 gold that pays for itself.
Absolutely. Top of the net worth though is this Lina. XM very happy about this situation. We were worried about a reality where the Beastmaster will be able to close in on the mid lane. Well, it's actually the Beastmaster's lane that's being pressured right now. I mean, again, no support levels means that they can't hookshot in or they can't egg. So this entire area is just being swarmed.
Planet. It's gonna find PYW and toss him out, but I don't think that's enough.
Shrapnel, the assassinate, will get the job done.
The fire spirit cog combo. Too slow to hit, can't come out.
Yeah. Unlucky. Getting shrapnel rained in on you from the top as well. That's painful stuff.
Right, so far, every move from Tidebound has been kind of reactive.
Yep.
We had the one move where nothing to say walk bottom, but XG kind of dodged that. So game's going pretty nice for Xtreme so far. Definitely the ones in control. Shiro will be going for that Orchid like you spoke about. I don't know how I feel about the Orchid.
Are we worried at all? Because we mentioned from the draft that Tidebound, they want to sort of dominate their side lanes and start putting on pressure on the map, but what ended up happening instead is they are the ones to lose both bot and top towers. It's Xtreme Gaming who are the ones pushing the issue, going very deep. And Tidebound, what's the play here? Like, what are they gonna try and do?
Okay, they are in Farmsville right now, so you see Beast in Ancients, then they're letting Planet recover. Shiro is still fine farming top, it doesn't really matter that much that his tower broke down or fell. It's really just only a big concern if nothing to say kind of gets collapsed on, but it's not easy to do it with their heroes. So I think the game is kind of fine for Tidebound right now. They are playing for IM timings, they are a tri-core lineup at the end of the day, so I think they are pretty okay with how the game is going.
You think in a sort of late game scenario or mid to late game scenario that the Brute, Mother Beast and Sniper can outdo this Terrorblade Lina Timber? Because I kind of feel like XG have a good tri-core-esque draft of their own, albeit them not all being right-click physical damage dealers.
I think this isn't a very good TB core game, simply because they have Phoenix and Sniper.
TB core, hook shot to cover the egg, but surely he just gets clicked down. Nice Sunder. Oh, beautiful heal there, saving the day, but the egg does pop. Peloson in big trouble, will get burned down by the fire spirits. They chop down low though. You on the low ground, cuts up the Phoenix, Timber Chain away to safety. Trade both supports for your carry. That is a very nice move, and XM couldn't connect to the fight in time.
That was a beautiful egg into hookshot. 4 heroes beside, but no one could hit the Fire Spirits on top of this. The stun from the Corp pops on 1 HP. And Lu does go down even after getting off the Sunder.
Why kind of set that all up by himself? If he missed any one of those Fire Spirits, his egg would just pop for sure.
Why don't miss?
Why don't miss indeed? 3-6. Another sort of slower game at the very start for us here. We're used to seeing Tidebound play with pace, but these heroes, even though they can go fast, have been halted just a little bit. XM, the one in control, the big winner of this early game, trying to get back.
But he kind of knows. Yeah, scan comes out.
Have the scan, yeah.
TPing over though.
They're not gonna get this wisdom
Nothing
rune
to
though.
say.
Nothing to say.
Oh,
Why are you
no.
walking up like that, buddy? Oh, he's just gonna get killed. I don't know about that one. That was a little sussy baka if you ask me.
Yeah, he expected to be in fog there, but just the high ground vision coming out from Xtreme. Nothing to say. Bit of a feed there.
Radiant are scanning.
UIW just kind of walks down, right? Technically, he was in fog. It's just the Tiny decided to go to the low ground randomly.
Is it? I'm not too sure, but top lane they will take down New with the Orchid reveal from Shiro, I believe.
Yeah, very nicely done.
As well as a hook shot, the feeding frenzy paying off.
Oh, and the mid lane does go down though. So while they are stopping this Timbersaw a little bit, it's losing them a lot of map.
Lina close to the Aghanims now. Top lane though, PYW will try to sweep up some gold here.
The problem with the Lina was that if, you know, the side lanes lose and everything, she takes a bit too long to come online, but blink and you'll miss it. We're 15 minutes in, she's almost done with her Aghanims. I mean, this is where the Lina starts to really show her strength as a pick, just the ability to burst down anybody. I don't know whether Nothing to Say has enough HP to survive through it.
Yeah, Lina enjoys these slow-paced games for sure, but I think Tidebound are fine with this. Just need to be aware, not feed too much. Buck almost at his Aghanims. Bruda and Sniper doing pretty okay as well. They have some big BKB timings in this game.
I guess the Terrorblade and Pugna really just damaged Buck's early game pretty hard because he's kind of in a similar position to New last game. It's not even like the summons or anything particular were dealt with, it's just Buck has barely had a nice amount of space and he's trailing behind.
Oh, Shiro's looking. Oh no, Shiro found.
Hero, hook shot trying to bail him out, but no heals. A bit too deep by himself in the wrong neck of the woods there. And you said Tidebound can't really afford to feed. Well, no flame, but that was just a little bit of a feed.
It was pre-Aghanims too, so kinda fueling this Tiny and Lina's Aghanims and Blink. That is the kill squad. XM trying to go away. PIW has the dagger now, we'll fight out.
Another slow game favoring the side of XG. They can be the ones to sort of take control slowly but surely this time round. Feels like a bit of an inverse of what we saw last game where... Sure, Tidebound aren't really at their timing yet, but they're already behind. They haven't even struck yet.
They have not, and Buck goes top. Shiro TP's over here too, gonna build up his parts. Probably see them head over to the Rosh Pit soon. Smoke from Tidebound to kind of control the area too. So a very typical Beastmaster Aghanims timing towards Rosh. XM wants to smoke off his own though, POW. Circles drawn in the top side. No, just a little ball refill.
Looking for potential Timbersaw pickup. It's just Planet on the front lines though. He'll put a ward down. Not sure whether that was spotted because it was already ops.
POW draws the line predicting the smoke into the triangle, but I think they are a little late on this. This Rosh is melting to Shiro and his children.
Yeah. No family affair up here in the pit. They are storming to the pit though.
Can they find a fight here?
They're too
I
late.
think even with Aegis, like they should still look to remove it. They have a lot of burst damage. Someone
Try
shows
PYW with the blink.
We need a ward.
Need something. It's Buck. It's Planet. This could be a good jump. You find the Beastmaster. That Aegis is gonna get very easily removed. Hookshot in, trying to find the Tiny. This guy is so damn tanky. How do you even kill him? Just need to try and escape. You can't just go for another blink in. Look at the Tiny. Watch him. He might just look for more.
Little too deep.
Available. Yeah, decides to back up.
So they lose Roche, but they take the Aegis away, which is quite a big deal. Now XM again can threaten, and this beast with eggs usually kind of wants to take over the map, but not having that is gonna hurt. This hero, as strong as he is, some games he just needs items. He needs BKB, he needs dagger. Similar to a carry.
Well, things considered, even though they do lose the Roche, they get the Aegis pretty painlessly. Things are going XG's way, right? I mean, this is the pace that they want to play at. They want to slowly let low come online, get that Aghanims on the Timbersaw. I mean, he's going for the BKB first after that blink. Don't hate it, but this Broodmother Beastmaster duo haven't really been able to pressure the map as much as they probably would have wanted.
Yeah, but again, Tidebound, they have this draft that is like, they're okay with scaling, right? They're okay with playing this late game, and I think this game once again feels like it's going to come down to just this 1 or 2 fights in the later portion. Probably next Roshan, if anything.
Okay.
So both teams just kind of split up, content to farm.
Both farm.
What do you call someone who farms?
A farmer?
Yeah, you got it. Woohoo.
Dire's top
Is that it? Is that was the joke?
That's it.
Okay.
Alright, say milk
What
5 times.
Radiant are scared.
Say milk 5 times.
Yeah.
Are you that milk, 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 milk?
Okay, what does a cow drink?
Whatever he wants. I mean, if he comes up to a bar, orders a margarita, I'm serving him a margarita.
God damn, that's a interesting bar. Bring me there too.
Yeah.
Alright, back to the game. We have a smoke coming out from Tidebound. Where Bark will
This
be.
little segue to the Adam shit talk segment there. We're back into some action.
See PYW, but they will not care about him. They want to go down
They
here.
see the smoke or something, the way that... is it that lane ward that spotted it out? Because I believe they smoked in the triangle, right? But it seems like they know. Ooh, hookshot dodge, nicely done, but can't dodge
This
away
is
from Bark on
kind
the
of
blink.
deep. I don't know about this one.
Should have enough damage to finish him off. In comes Pelosan with the heal and the save. It shouldn't be enough though. XM gonna come through, throw out a couple of stuns, scare them back a little bit. Rest of XG looking to connect a little bit. New glancing towards the mid lane, but we'll just think better of it. Nothing else to be found. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a 4-man smoke move for a support kill, right? Like, who cares?
It's just both of these teams being really good at dodging on cores, and I feel like PYW is always the one trying to, like, in a weird place. But it's also how he finds his net worth, right? I think these teams very similar. Even though they play at different paces, like, just their idea of the map and the focus. Oh my god.
Oh, Shiro! That's a solo kill. It wasn't even like the Bloodthorn or anything. He just walked up to the Timber. I don't know how that happened.
The Shiro we all need but don't deserve.
It's true. Tips come through. Big Shiro. Both his off-laners
tips,
tipping him.
New tips him too.
Yeah.
What does he have now? BKB? Close to Bloodthorn, I think. Is he going Bloodthorn?
And he was queuing it up. I think he might have it flying out right now.
Let's
Oh,
help
no,
them play
actually
the
the
map a
Yasha.
lot. Okay, so
Don't
SL1.
know why.
Oh, goodbye.
Hang on. PYW found. Nice
Can he
hook
get
shot
the
to
Laguna
destroy the
off?
combo from XM. BKB popped. Planet has to give up the life for it. Likely though. I say that.
How
See if any way of
likely?
going to the low ground. Okay, there's the 4-star.
Unlikely.
Okay,
is the
well,
answer.
PYW is dead again. Oh no. Bam. Killed off.
Typical
A
post.
little bit unfortunate for the Phoenix who dies trying to get the shot, but other than that, overall, now it's XG's turn to feel a little bit helpless here. They've tried for some moves, starting to get picked off across the map. The Tidebound heroes are scaling up to the point where they are threats as well.
Yeah, both teams just continuing to play Farmville. We see some small move attempts here and there, but both teams just really kind of good at getting in the way, especially on the post force. So Tidebound have this double BKB timing coming out,
under attack.
where Brood will have SNY as well, which is a really nice item on Broodmother, by the way, because it amplifies your heal.
Yeah. Feels like every time we watch XG, or at least in this series so far against Tidebound and the previous, they've had this very nice deeper lane ward in the bot side when they're playing Radiant. Just right outside the tier 2 tower, it's dodged a bunch of sentries and it's given them so much information. No, I'm talking about the other side, the Dire tier 2 tower. Oh good, it's gone now, okay.
Yeah, both these teams just really high focused on vision. Less dewarding and more warding. Tidebound will claim this tower. But getting closer and closer to his BKB. Lina in the meantime, Aether Lens, Dagger E-Blade queued up next. Nothing too new.
Sure, yeah. I prefer this to the whole Shadow Blade trying to solo pick off across the map thing. I think that's like a dead concept.
It is. He has Tiny anyway. I don't think he can solo kill anything right now. Maybe why? XG, they're finally grouping up here. 5 heroes. But so is Tidebound.
Dire's middle
3
tower is
on
under
the top
attack.
side.
Radiant's
A 5v5 fight, how does that play out? Because I don't really know how a Brute Mother, Beastmaster, Sniper operates in this team fight.
Planet and PYW die, and then the fight ends.
That's what's been happening so far.
That's been the trend.
I'm sure both teams are looking to try and find a better situation than that.
They shall not find it, as no one wants to make moves, and they will continue to hit creeps because what is Dota if not a GPM game? I mean, it's also a nature of their heroes, right? There's just not much stun. Initiations are not simple, especially with double BKB for Tidebound now, who will start making their move.
There we go. Interesting item build up from New here. He decides to skip the Aghanims, go for the BKB, and is looking now towards a Lotus Orb.
It's for the Bloodthorn, I think. The Orchid, the Roar.
Dire are scanning.
Feels like he might need the item to kind of protect
look.
himself. PYW.
UIW, blink away, Planet. Didn't have that uphill vision.
where's
They
he
will
going?
spot the Tiny now though. Bark raw on the back lines onto that
goodness,
poor
oh.
New, but oh,
my God,
LSA!
XM.
That's a lot of damage from
Getting the
XM
egg,
and he's
can he
gonna
get
beat
it?
down the egg! Big bad XM! Shiro trying to TP out will just narrowly survive, but
the hell?
ooh boy!
How much
I need a fight
damage did
recap.
he
How
do?
much damage did he do in that fight? He just
Oh, is this
eviscerated both
nothing
those
to say?
frontliners.
Never mind.
Looking for him here, but nothing to say. Able to dodge out of trouble thanks to the nighttime vision. Pop that fight recap open, baby. We gotta see. Holy shit! Close to 6,600 damage.
The
Just
hell?
eviscerates both
How?
the clock as well as the.
It's just a stun Dragon Slave with the shard, I guess. They stacked on top of each other.
And they
Laguna
did
Blade
Laguna
to
as well,
finish
though.
and yeah, but 2 spells and Laguna should not do 6,700 damage.
Dire's top
Okay,
tower
then here's the question:
Oh,
is it
Paulson?
that you? Oh, okay. Well, he should be fine here. Yeah, but does it count the Phoenix's health because you killed the egg technically? It has to, right? There's
guess
no
so.
way that was 6,600
I
damage.
guess so. But
That's
minus the
insane.
Phoenix health, that's still 4,000 damage, right?
Yeah, so I'm trying to count, right? The entirety of Bark's health pool is like 2,004. Clockwork is close to 2k. You're still missing 1.5, which is exactly where the Phoenix is sitting.
That's fair.
So, yeah,
Though I feel
yeah, I
like he
guess it does
stunned
count.
Dragon Slave, and before the Laguna came out, the clock and Bug died. That's how it looked like
Yeah.
to me. Man, just the power of Lina shard.
has been killed.
Courier Slayage here, new, punching
Slayage.
down both.
Too much TikTok, my friend. Slager.
This is. Okay, well, there is something to be said about, you know, yes, the game's going slow, but then the second you try and make a move, you eat a couple of Lina spells and then nothing happens anymore. It's kind of painful stuff.
Teams. You think they're playing Dota? It's actually English or Spanish right now. Whoever moves loses.
That's true. That's true. You smile, you die.
Alright, my English or Spanish. Alright, you pass. You are forgiven.
Brother, we are paid to cast again. I can't, I can't not speak.
I am just talking about what's happening in the game, which is absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. There's a smoke move happening for a Roche that is up. How dare you disrespect the sanctity of the action here?
How dare me, the Spiders will scout it out. Both teams know nothing to say in the meantime, pushing out the bottom lane to his best efforts.
Nothing to say is showing though, and he only can connect on this tier 2 tower. They can TP to the outpost, but yeah, they don't need to rush this Roche. I try though. Lu's gonna start auto attacking onto it. Summon some illusions.
Here comes the rocket flare. This is kinda slow, my friends. The
Here
children.
comes the children, the whole family, all in to die.
Okay, so Xtreme's just trying to make them come over. because it's hard to go into them as well. But I feel like this is pretty scary for XG right now. They need to take a place in a fight where Lina can actually cast spells.
Yeah. You can see XM basically trying his best to consider what position would be best for him to be at to intercept that jump. There's a smoke move out. Shiro on the front lines looking for New now. The Crep saving him for now. A lot of spider babies going down. Hook shot. They found the Tiny on the sidelines. The XM in a perfect position to cast spells. Blows up Planet. That egg is in a great spot though. Nothing to say, hiding right under it, but will look for a raw.
Might be in trouble
onto
here.
New. Not even needed. They'll just end up using the out on him anyway, but the D-Crab just saving the Timbersaw for now. He's able to get out. They have their eyes on the XM Lina, but able to TP away. Lawson ends up going down, but all things considered, that's just a pause 5. The Lina escaping there is huge, even though they were wary of her position.
The healer down. New and PYW kind of low, but they need to contest this Roshan. They won't be able to.
Too late. PYW, does he get spotted here? The Shrapnel caught a glimpse of him. No raw means that PYW will be able to shamble away. XG, they were the ones who were holding up that position, but as soon as the egg comes in, the collapse, Planet with another catch, he does have to buy back for it though, but more than worth it.
Yep, the initiator loses once again. And so strong. This is Roar coming out, so much damage pouring in. I think XG played the fight very well, best of their capabilities. But you see XM, once he uses this Laguna, they lack the kill trait. Terrorblade not really able to hit anyone. Has to run from the egg, can't really man up. Doesn't exactly have damage to pour in. I think he needs like 1 or 2 more items to actually be able to play this game right now.
I mean, the way that fight started was awkward as well, right? They were scrambling around trying to save New, and then suddenly an initiation from the bot side thanks to the Clockwork hook shot. It's just the power of the Clockwork rocket flare
my God,
around
speaking
these
of
shrouded
Clockwork.
areas.
You're gonna walk up to the right.
No. Hang on.
I jinxed it, he's coming.
I mean, his whole team is coming. I don't know whether XM can stick around. He has a nice bit of vision, but
It's on a ward though, XM.
I'm gonna try. Y is dead. He's trying to
XM is
blink out.
dead.
Uh-oh. They see him. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Well, there was an attempt at a play. Nice one, XM. Keep going.
Yeah, nice one. Good job. Keep it up, brother. 65 seconds without your Lina now. Wonderful.
Planet.
Spectacular. Exactly what he planned.
That has the X queued up, so more scout. It's also really good against Lina, right? Because Lina wants to play the tree line, and once these rocket flares come out, it's kind of easier to find him. Shiro finishes the Bloodthorn, going for Nullifier next, so no more saving for Paulson soon. And I feel like Tidebound, even though they're a bit low in net worth, it feels like this Terrorblade's impact can't really be seen. It's not really able to...
Yeah, what's up with that? Is he just having having an
You
issue?
just can't hit people, right?
But why? Like, as in,
They have
can't
no
he just
stuns.
stand there and start auto-attacking?
Yeah, but Tidebound aren't standing there. And they pop egg and you can't really like man up egg while Beast, Brute and Sniper hit you.
Radiant structures.
My
Guess
wall
so.
better than your wall.
Radiant's bottom
Then is it just a case where Xtreme Gaming need to try and bait the egg out and then disengage?
I
Is that
think
their only
TV
play?
needs Blink and Swift Blink. I mean, he needs 5 items. I think before that the game is going to be a bit complicated. Planet, fix the hook a little.
Yeah. Can't be sure whether Pelosan has any backup there. They don't see any heroes on the map, so not gonna risk it for no reason. He is holding that gem.
Okay, so New has X now. Going for the Shivas next. I think they are itemizing well. I think the games is gonna go more in their favor at some point. Because he has this X, he can kind of just go in. But this is pre-Brute Nullifier, right? So when Brute has Nullifier, he has to BKB, or he's just gonna get purged off anyway, his Aghanims.
I mean, the problem that we're seeing now is New, even prior to the Nullifier and anything, he's just kind of going down within BKB. Shiro is packing a big punch on this Brute.
So it's
mother.
nothing to say, right? There's so much damage, maybe you can't really see it, but they do have a lot of damage between their 2 cores. Paired with the Beastmaster too. It's the raw control. Xtreme, we see their problem was kind of similar to game 2 in the co-op game where Y was playing Ancient, he was just walking in. So in this game, sure they kill Clock, but they need to use like Laguna to kill a Clockwork, and then who deals with the cores after that?
Yeah.
Here comes the small. The babies will go in first.
Again, Tidebound, many tools for them to get information. The rocket flare scouts out a few. They want to play bot instead. Look at that line. Tidebound. Heading towards the lower portion of the map. They don't want to try and break into that fortification that XG have set up around their triangle. So both teams will just be content splitting the map a little bit here. I will say that Tidebound haven't really used this Aegis in the way that I expected. I thought they were going to try and contest a few more of these. Hold on.
It's a ward.
What was that about? Do you
There's
see
vision
that?
there now.
You could also just buy a wall for free. What?
Yeah, but that
That must have been a misclick, right? Like I don't
Dyer's
understand.
tower
It
is
probably
under
was.
I'm sure some 14K person in chat can tell me I'm being stupid because there's a tactical reason for it and it's always been done or something like that.
No,
We'll
okay.
find out.
The banners in fights get done sometimes, right? Just for vision. I think that's
Yeah,
like
no,
more
that-
common.
that
but,
one I
but
get.
this one down here, nah, that's not it. Alright, smoke
Yeah, he
coming out.
needed-
So
Oh,
XG, they're probably
okay.
gonna get team wipe soon, as we know how the trend goes of
Dyer's
fight
top
starting.
tower is under
Yeah, you
attack.
make a move, you die. PYW leading the charge here. The most likely recipient of death. Shiro,
there are no
is
boots
he
here.
up there farming? Yeah, he's farming the ancients. PYW wrapping around now. All they see are the babies.
Is under attack.
He's gonna come in, clean some up.
That's all they get. The poor children of Shiro
Dyer's courier has been
Oh, Shiro's
killed.
courier does go down.
and the bigger child.
Okay. Trying to defend their wisdom rune, expecting maybe XG to come and contest that, but XG didn't find anything in the triangle and that's good enough for them. They'll back up.
Rocket flares are coming, so map hack and farm for planet. He'll just scout everyone out, sees Paulson. Sees PYW in the top lane, pushes out mid. And the game will continue at this pace probably until the next Rosh.
No, while we have some downtime,
Yasha.
for those of you just tuning in, we'll catch up with the items in a little bit, but just need to make sure everyone understands what's going on. Because these are the only type of games we've had in this best of 5 so far. First game, very, very quick affair. XG, pick the Beastmaster, slap Tidebound around. We've seen that movie before, whatever. Second game, Tidebound, they pick an interesting answer to the Beastmaster from Neo. They get a Shiro TA, they get really fast heroes with the Eng, but then they just kind of AFK and like kind of play it really slow. I think that ended up being the correct decision because obviously they won game number 2. But here we are 36 minutes in to game number 3 and both teams are absolutely allergic to making any semblance of a move because every time they've made a move, they've just lost big time.
Yeah, I mean, it also feels like Tidebound are pretty content farming, right? I think this sniper, this brood, they are pretty happy going 5-6 slots. Maybe even waiting for Wise Hex. I think that's going to be a big one. Because of the lack of stuns they have. Bug completes the Lincoln, so Refresher next will have the double roar. I think they are pretty happy with how the game is going. Meanwhile, for XG, I feel like this Terrorblade isn't gonna like super hard carry. It's kind of dependent on the Timberlina, but they also lack stuns, so I think teamfight execution here favors Tidebound as well. So as slow as the game is, I think Tidebound has done a pretty good job of just not really feeding Bug.
Woo, XM. Just out of vision range of those rockets there.
Dyer's
Stuck
bottom
around a bit
tower
longer,
is
we would have
under
been toast.
attack.
These rockets are so annoying to play against. It feels like you see everything.
Roche is a very, very fast spawn though. 30 seconds until that is up. So it will be a nighttime Roche. XG are in good position.
I feel like Aegis doesn't change this game in any way at all.
You don't think so? You don't think that enables the Terrorblade to maybe try hit high ground or something?
I think it's very hard to hit high ground. I think Tidebound getting Aegis might be a big deal. Because this sniper will be able to play more confidently.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Seem to think XG might be trying to bum rush that Roche though, hence the smoke out. 5 members of Tidebound starting to set a course. Scan comes out, not connecting. Gem to lead the way, Planet. He's been on point with these initiations so far. At times it's cost him his life, but now with nobody showing on the map, XG should be privy to some shenanigans afoot. AD rune. That is a timely one from XG. grab that on the Terrorblade, try and join the fight. It's just a ball in there for now. They can just rush this Roche.
Oh my god, it's gonna melt. He has Bloodthorn. I'm gonna hear the roar, but it's gonna be way too late by the time they get there. And Roche is already dead. He doesn't even have time to roar. Did he roar?
Dude, he can't roar. He's silenced.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Aghanims
That's
now.
the counter.
Wait, who does this Aghanims go to? Not Phoenix. Sniper? No. He gives it to
Passed it
Bach.
off. Okay.
So Bach's gonna sell his eggs. Again, we've seen this and get a refresher faster. I don't mind it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Man, where's my brood eggs? Give me the webs. It is still webs, right? Spinner snare.
Not exactly the webs, more like a little bit of a glue trap.
Trap.
I feel like we only saw this Aghanims relevant for 3 weeks. Ace basically popularized it on the offlane Broodmother and it became this huge map control thing. It's like TA traps but worse, right, in this game. It's not as oppressive anymore.
That is true. Both teams trying desperately to find an opening, but
Are fortified.
it honestly is really hard. I know we say they're like doing nothing, but it's so hard to find anything in these games.
Dire's middle
Yeah.
tower.
It's just full of TB
Okay, so put me-
illusions, spiders.
Dire's middle
Of course, it's easy for us to say because we see everything, so it feels like they're just kind of standing around farming, but tap us in. Like, what kind of is the perspective from XG? How are they feeling right now? Like, because are they the ones looking for a fight? I mean, now, even into the ages, they're pushing this tower, so what are they trying to sort of go for here?
Yeah, I think ideally if you're XG, you want to show Terrorblade and kind of smoke away. Try to get one pick off. But I don't think they're strong enough to do that just yet. And it's also these Clockwork Rocket Flares, right? It's constantly scouting.
tower is under attack.
So it's hard to make a sneaky move because you need a pick off to go high ground. Ideally on the Sniper. I think Sniper is like the biggest kill. Until Sniper dies, high ground is a bit hard. XM will TP top here. I'm not sure if you run into Bach. Bach TP. Nope. So sells the eggs, eats the Roche eggs, and has refresher on Beastmaster now. They might want to smoke with this.
Yeah. You mentioned it was hard for Xtreme Gaming to find any moves on the map, but Tidebound feels like they've been itching to find pickoffs as well, but both teams doing a stellar job dodging each other for the most part.
Terrorblade. Swift Blink queued up. It's going to be his last item. That will help him kind of latch onto the Sniper and just go in with his team. Maybe tiny stun toss and a few hits from TB. Someone can actually fall. But looking.
Oh, Pelosin. Hook shot off the mark. They still have the gem. Will spot out this poor pesky Pugna. He gets obliterated. Oh my god. Do you see those Hawks both diving in at the same time? Murk his ass.
They were hungry.
They were hungry. They haven't eaten in a while. Mid lane though, a bit of a catch. Shiro, the first life. EYW finally gets the pick off he was looking for, but why? Ready to protect his carry. That's all XG will want though. They'll back up. So the Aegis claimed. That's about it though.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Okay, so quick time check. It's currently around 7 p.m. in China Standard Time. So what that means is these boys are about to start feeling a little rumble in their tummy. You know what I'm saying? It's time for dinner. So I kind of feel like just off that principle alone, which is the only one I have to work with because I don't know when else they'll feel comfortable going. I feel like Tidebound, you know, maybe next 10 minutes they try and make a move unless you're telling me they're waiting for tier 5 items in 20 minutes from now. Hook shot on PYW. That's just gonna be a freebie. No way he gets out of this one. Caught in the cogs. Feels to buy some time. Rest of XG just splitting on the map. Gem goes down though. That's pretty significant.
Yeah, PYW's deaths seem to be the only consistent thing in this game right now. As well as the farm fest that is Dota 2 we are watching.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Both teams again, it's just really hard to make moves.
So, if you are in this game right now, Adam, you're playing, right? These kind of difficult games where making moves is not the option, then how do you sort of keep your team sharp? Because, you know, at least for me, if I'm playing this game, I'm just kind of running around hitting creeps, I'm in autopilot mode. What are they waiting up for? Is it the next Roche? Is it some sort of timing? Are we still waiting on any major items to be completed?
Okay, I think timing wise, if there's nothing going on in the game, you want to play your opponent's game, right? You think about what is coming for them. So like for Bug, it was Refresher. I love this from Nothing to Say, by the way. Let me stop the topic. This Revenant's Bruise against Terrorblade and Pugna is so good because you get to hit through Decryptify.
Yeah.
And I think that's a huge deal. It also is a damage item that ignores armor, which is TB's specialty, high armor. So I think this is super cool from Nothing to Say. He also went for Skadi, which is cool against the... You gives anti-heal and you have stats, right? You have HP, so Lina doesn't outright kill you. Shiro kind of finishing the butterfly as well, probably waiting for his career to spawn, and I believe that might be go time for Tidebound, that and the next Rosh.
Okay, well, 2.5 minutes potentially until the next Rosh. We talk about the Tidebound items, let's take a look at the XG items. The Swift Blink complete on the Terrorblade like you asked for. Just needs a way to get on top of these heroes and start punching away. Meanwhile, XM, Hex done, Yasha Kaya, Blink for him as well.
Let me interrupt
So
your
all
Bug
these-
with the ninja gear. He's gonna walk up here.
Oh,
Oh, the rocket
Terrorblade
sees
illusion.
5.
ooh, okay. You might be seeing the fight now, smoke up. UIW on the front lines looking again. New will start the initiation onto Nothing to Say. This position is a little bit awkward. Forced to pop the BKB, that's XM. Forcing Bug with his own BKB. Gonna try and chase down onto PYW. Refresh immediately, looking for Peloson. Now in trouble, they'll try and focus down New on the Timbersaw. But do they have the damage for it? Look at the Terrorblade popping the meta. Now if they can
look at the
retreat,
damage.
ooh, look the damage. Talked about him just needing to get on top of these heroes. Why in big trouble? They'll take down the Phoenix. That initiation was very awkwardly planted by Tidebound. As we've said this entire game, you make a move, you lose. New was the one to go in and pop this BKB very early, but it ends up working out because Tidebound tried to turn around for the chase and they get punished for it big time.
Yeah, Bug just one thing to capitalize there, but something we didn't talk about is this Glimmer Cape on Paulson. Just able to kind of save New. I wouldn't say save, but Nothing to Say couldn't hit anyone there. Decrep, Glimmer Cape, he can hit through Decrep, sure, but invisibility seems to be invincibility right now. And Lu, poke at high ground. Extreme Gaming. Probably assume there's no buyback on Bug. He bought the Refresher. Blast
Not
coming from
factoring in the
Pugna too.
Aghanim's goal, but problem is, how do you peel these illusions off your tower? You'll start punching away with the sniper. The problem is, it's your Clockwork that has that gem, so he wasn't on the front lines and he wasn't able to help them shed off the invis from the Glimmer Cape. Ends up being an extremely effective save. Looks like it'll be one lane of racks at the minimum. Shot in onto Illusion's planet. That might not have been what he wanted. Probably wanted to connect onto New instead, but New will be able to Timber Chain out. XG get what they came for. PYW, ooh, still sticking around.
Does he have the True Sight talent on Clockwork? I think that's like something that's quite cool against... Okay, so level
More
20,
levels.
right? I don't know if he'll take it. I don't think it's common, but I think against Glimmer it's really nice, especially in the late game when you don't have heroes that kind of jump together.
Since
What
this
he
game
does-
is going into a farm fest, do you have any wish lists? Because my hope is something you mentioned previously. I want this planet Clockwork to go for the magic divine
He
rapier.
probably will, right? Because I
And
think
just-
his purpose in this game right now is just to shove out waves. He's going for Octarine. I think like some Kaya Rapier is probably the way to go
see
with this
that.
build most of the time. Yeah, let's see what he
It's
goes
crazy
for.
that he still doesn't have jetpack at this stage in the game. Just a bit unlucky, I guess, with the shots.
He'll get it now, his team's on the way, but you see the power of Terrorblade there. As soon as he Swift Blinks in, heroes just melt. And if you don't have something to save you, there's 4-staffs and all, it's just... Lu is quite the monster right now, 6k gold. Wonder what he'll buy next. Eggs maybe?
Lu literally waited the whole game to do this, right? It was 45 minutes of AFK farming on this Terrorblade, barely participating. And now he's at the stage where he's 10k ahead of the Broodmother. It's been so quiet for Tidebound. They've been happy farming out on their heroes, but as we've seen here, the explosiveness from XG is something that they just don't have on Tidebound. Tidebound don't have burst damage for these tanky calls right now.
Yeah, they really don't. You're going for an Eternal Shroud. I would like to see a Hex a bit more. Maybe not enough mana. Because I feel right now when he goes in with BKB eggs, he kind of just starts the fight, right? But he has no Hex, so people just turn around. XG, they will go for Roshan. This is really quick. Tidebound is smoked out, but they are so far away.
Yeah, we gotta speed it up somehow.
They're gonna get a fight out of this anyway.
The rocket will scout it. Low gets the Aegis already
The
though.
eggs too.
All the loot on the ground. The eggs can be picked up.
PYW breaks
Wrap
over
around,
the ball.
PYW on the front line. Again, just a blink away. Where's your initiation?
Bug is
Has to
in.
be Bug. He's looking. He pops the BKB preemptively. There's no way this is a fight anymore. New is going to try and slide in. Cogs to stop him. Nicely done from Planet. Holding back that Timber Saw, but only momentarily. Look at that chase coming through. Trying to shoot through Nullifier. The BKB pop. Egg on top of this Timber Saw. And they can't fight into this. Hook shot in. They found Low. Can they get the first life? The full heal from Pelosan, keeping him up and running. And nice avalanche onto 3. XM with the follow-up magic damage. They burst on Y.
Buck has the roll.
Raw up onto Lu. Nothing to say. Does manage to kill up PYW, but now he's in an awkward spot. They will get the first life off the Terrorblade. Look at Nothing to Say. He is caught in a bad way by XM and New.
They need to run
Trying to
XM.
full retreat here. This is troublesome Planet. Hook shot to hold back XM.
Oh,
All
Bucks in
staff
trouble
away as
too
well.
with
The
the
Cogs.
Cogs.
Oh no, Bucks. Caught
So
on the
hell he
wrong
goes through.
side. Avalanche should be able to finish the job. In comes the Timber. Oh, but the blink away. They couldn't throw
Oh,
up
they
the
find
chakram,
Shiro.
and New just didn't pop it out. Nothing to say. Buys back in this fight. They're trying to hold this ground though. New. Timber chaining away. They'll burn him up with the Sunray. Another hook
back.
shot in Planet. Non-stopping. 4 staff away. The hook shot's
Wilson,
gonna sentence him
Glimmer
to his
again.
death. But Shiro, he's just desperately trying to find a hero to punch.
Nothing
They
say, no
nullify,
buyback.
but they blow him up. Oh, nothing to
killing the
say.
stun, he
GG's
can.
called. Oh my goodness, what a anticlimactic way to end that game. They tried for the wraparound around the Aegis, around the Roche Pit. But they only managed to get the first life. They bought back everyone, everything thrown to try and get kills. But they couldn't find anything. We were so worried about Extreme Gaming.
Every game.
Oh man. Okay. Well, sticking with what they
Oh
like
my
then,
God, it's
sticking
getting
with
longer
the
and longer.
all chat. Yeah. How does he keep finding additional languages? He's kept this up. One thing about him, he's consistent.
He doesn't have Roche time saved.
Just like copy paste. That's the job of the support. His job is to tilt the opponent with this repeated all chat.
This tilting, I feel like it's just friendly banter. They're both kinda chill.
You're having a little laugh, probably. Game number 4 here. Extreme Gaming versus Tidebound. Now, this has been sort of your classic Chinese Dota. Nothing happens and then one fight and then everybody dies. But hopefully this time round we see something a bit more exciting. Some of these heroes have ways of making action happen around the map. Of course, that hasn't stopped them from AFK farming before, but maybe, just maybe, hoping for one more high-tempo, even, octane game in this Grand Finals.
And this Ricky pick was so unique. I don't know, so random. Where did this hero pop out from? Why did this hero pop out?
I don't know, kind of need you to answer that question. I mean, the only thing I can think of is that smoke screen, but
The battle
I feel like people play Ricky sort of support for the shard, but you know, you're
There's
generally
no safe, right?
Yeah, that's why. Like, what are you even targeting? Is there some trouble up there? The Ricky just being chased down by Low. Early level in the Rocket Barrage should be able to just run through Planet, but Planet with a nice little Ironwood branch will be able to escape. So 50 gold for his life, pretty worthwhile trade. Lu will eat that branch, so I don't know how worth that is anymore.
Value. I can only theorycraft that this Ricky pick was in anticipation of the puck. And I think it's also not too bad into Beast. Like, it's not great, it's not Beast counter, but Smokescreen stops a lot of Beast damage.
Sure, yeah. I mean, the whole idea of the smoke screen, and I think a common misconception is that it makes your opponent miss. That's true, but what it also does is if you cast it on your allies, they have evasion. So it kind of goes both ways. So you don't necessarily have to smog your opponents with it. You can also just cast it defensively over your allies.
Yep.
That puts them in a good position.
Planet, just try to mess with the wave here. I guess it also doesn't suffer threat from Gyro Clock at all, right? Homing Missile, you can Tricks of the Thread, Paulson cogs you in, you just kind of go away.
Yeah, Pelosan. First blood in the bot lane, but looked like it might have been top. UIW was able to run down Y, probably just a level 2 timing hit a bit earlier by XG. UIW didn't even need that second level, just probably a nicely placed dead shot.
With the boar, the bird coming out from New. And this is gonna accelerate New's game a little. Meanwhile, mid lane, Storm Spirit, 10-0. It's not really a lane that he should feel any pressure in. Puck not the best of laners against Storm. High armor hero. But taking a lot of damage here. Planet as well. Double melee against Gyro Clockwork. Not the best of experiences.
Kind of getting slammed home by these rockets right now. It's a little bit tough.
Lu actually goes for Rocket Barrage in his lane. So I mentioned this because, oh, nothing to say. PYW level 1 in the mid lane. It's going to TP.
That's smart. That's smart. It's painful, but it is smart.
Look at these wards again from Tidebound. Left and right. So much priority on the mid lane. I mean, they understand that most of their tempo just comes from nothing to say, right? Especially when he's playing a hero like Storm.
Has been killed.
That is the way they've drafted. And with a cheeky courier snipe there, Roshan knows that he can't really keep his hands on the Ricky. That will just do his best to pull the creep wave. No interaction allowed here.
Notice. Oh, back.
Okay,
It's a level 2 Rocket Barrage.
that's kind of scary. It is, in fact, a level 2 rocket barrage.
Also
Bug
might
is
go down as well.
probably dead. Lawson gets the battery assault out to help him out. Bart with the fairy fire into the tree lines, trying his best to juke. It is daytime though, and those rockets will find him. Planet does get a kill in return though. I'm not sure whether Bart was in EXP range, but overall, I think that still favors XG.
It does. Any kill for a gyro is really nice, especially considering Morph's not getting kills down here. I think something else about Gyro as a hero compared to this Morphling is that you have the gate opportunity later, right? I think we talk about this like almost every game, and why Gyro is like a first pick hero is because you have this ability to push out the wave later on, and you can also just farm your double camp at the top side beside the gate. Or you can always get bottom, and Gyro rotations are just really strong in general.
Yeah, just so many options for this hero. You can go early aggressive, you can sort of build a bit greedier, power farm the jungle, clear stacks. It feels like there's nothing he can't do. I mean, there are some carry matchups that are a little bit rougher. I mean, this Morphling represents one of them, right? The ability to turn into the gyro in the fights and get that flat cannon. So, something to keep our eyes out for in these engagements.
Yeah, so if you look at Xtreme's heroes and you think about this Morphling turning into Gyro, who actually cares? It's really just New and maybe Paulson, right? Because Puck is kind of hard to hit or flag down, and Muerta's going to be in Pierce the Veil. So I think
that's true.
It's not as bad as we think it is. At least in this game, it's not. PYW, yeah, just chilling. All the lanes going pretty okay. Faith Beyond the only one really suffering a little up here, but he will have ancient stacks to go back to, possibly.
Early laning stage. Quiet as usual, as we've come to expect from this series. But I do think it makes a bit more sense now, especially since you are a Morphling partner lane. You're not really gonna pressure the Beastmaster much. I guess the idea is that the Morphling doesn't really lose much ground, but why might be the recipient of this aggression.
Planet's actually looking to get here, I think.
Huh. Okay, well, I mean, they are moving up very aggressively, and New and PYW just walk all the way back because they have no creep wave to play with anyway. Comes Planet.
They don't really have kill threat, I think, even with the double blink strike, unless New walks up to the range creep. Absolutely no reason to do so, though.
Yeah, I mean, the lane's pushing in anyway. He can just be a little bit patient. No need to rush.
Yeah,
Why trying to bait here? Why is very deep himself. This partner turns around with the D-Crab, able to burst down the Muerta. Why is in trouble though. New will commit. They don't have the damage for this Beastmaster. In comes XM with the Dream Coil. Nice response there. Should be able to take down the Ricky with the orb. New's commitment ends up paying off. They get both supports, trade out for one, and a nice early rotation for XM.
Yeah, they protect the Beastmaster. Meanwhile, Buck off to some wave shenanigans up here. Did he clear a stack? No, he didn't. Okay. Because I saw Planet earlier before he gated. He was just kind of scouting out if there was a stack there. XM, they might go on him.
Bach just has to resort to some circus tricks to try and get something out of this lane.
Yeah, I'm worried for this.
Steps up. Yeah, he steps up. He might get caught by Peloson. It's not a good look. Keep in mind, this was the last pick, Dawnbreaker, so
PYW and
clearly...
Y, bottom lane.
Okay, let's have a little look, see what's going on here.
New is level 6.
New with level 6. Trying to find an angle. Shiro,
Dire structures are
pretty high HP. They'll actually glyph out just to try and come
Here
in
comes
here.
the
That's
gate.
the gameplay from the gyro.
Oh, how do you
Already
defend
out of there
this?
though. Nice ward.
Yeah, but
I
your
mean, not
tower
losing
though,
Shiro has to be a win, right? I don't think you... Like, who do you even bring to defend this? Nothing to say, simply isn't ready. This tower is just forfeit.
It does look that way. That is a very early tower to lose. It's also really hard to kind of come in and contest this big camp pull. Already sentry and just pull the wave back if they want to, and it's going to hinder Morphling's farm by quite a lot. This early game going extremely good for Xtreme Gaming.
Again, we look at Tidebound, we look at their draft. Feels like a common theme of just looking at nothing to say and praying for his safety and good grace, because he's the only one who's going to be able to deliver them out of this mess right now. The Dawnbreaker's having a rough one. Net worth-wise, all 3 cores on Xtreme Gaming doing well. It's really getting gapped, and I can't help but feel like, again, Tidebound, I get that they're drafting to play to their strengths, right? This is their style,
Speaking of
but
strengths,
when you just keep getting moved on the map like this and you can't respond,
we've
just
seen-
lose supports, lose towers. Look at this collapse already.
we've
Helm of the
seen this
Dominator
so many
completed.
times. That's what happens
Yeah,
when you lose your safe lane to Beastmaster, right?
The thing is, this isn't even anything new. This isn't anything novel. We've seen this happen so many times, and
Nothing to
XM
say gets coiled.
just commits the coil. Dawnbreaker, maybe they were trying to play around this out, but Xtreme Gaming do the thing where they walk away, and when you have 2 supports with no stuns, your Dawnbreaker only has a Q. Sleeping Dart isn't in the game anymore. How do you stop them? You save nothing to say, you save your tower. Okay, is that good enough is the question.
I mean, it kind of is, right? They're not in a position where they can make plays, so every defensive play is kind of nice for them. Shiro gets to farm a little bit from that as well, since New left the lane.
Oh.
We'll clear the big camp too. PYW down here now. Just trying to kick the morph out a little. They will make a smoke move. Probably to the Beastmaster, but no, they'll hit top. Be anticipating a little move on Bak here. Kind of baiting. Paulson's wrapping around. They won the gyro.
That Dawnbreaker.
The gyro, you are very
And
far
set up
forward,
onto
my
the gyro.
friend.
Here comes nothing to say. Pulling in onto low.
Lotus
A
and
lot of
Ron.
damage now onto this gyrocopter. It should be enough.
Oh
A
my
double
God.
kill for nothing to say. That's exactly what they needed.
Very nice rotation from Tidebound there. Salvaging a little of nothing to say's game. New will continue to do this though. Just coming in. Has the wolf creep now.
Radiant's middle tower
It's like, okay, no storm. My tower.
Solar Guardian was used a bit earlier as well. Level 1, the cooldown's quite long, so...
is falling.
No, it's not up.
Dire's top tower
On the flip
is under
side,
attack.
Tidebound will turn this pressure into a top lane instead. TP's coming in. XG don't want to give this up for free, so... I mean, just like that, you bring back in the gyro, you bring back in the clock, and suddenly this push is not happening. So back to farming we go on Tidebound.
Yeah, PYW also recovering in the bot lane. I say recovering, but more like just kind of getting EXP down here. Paulson also drops a really nice ward top, so if they do make a move, look at his double ops top. They really want Lu to be able to lane up here. They don't want to drop this tower. They understand the position they're in and the map control they have. All they need to do is stay one step ahead of every move that Tidebound makes, and they will be in a very dominant position this game.
Dire's top tower is under
So this might be a
attack.
silly question, but what's so wrong with this tower dropping? Because I feel like maybe 1 or 2 patches ago, we were always talking about, okay, you know, the off-laner's gonna get the safe lane tower anyway. It's a dead lane, no one cares. And I mean, especially true for Gyro, right? Because Gyro can farm just about anywhere. What's so important about this tier 1 top?
Okay, I think it's the information you gain from being able to push out the wave. So when I say tower falling, I think what I mean more is just the ability to sit up here. You see Lu already going to the jungle, and Paulson will just sit in the lane. And he's completely safe because he knows that nothing's gonna happen. So I feel like with the map XG has right now, they know it's easier to gather information because the waves are deeper than they would be if the towers were up.
That's fair. So it's less about the Gyro farm and more about
Yeah.
having a space to
Hold
play
up,
from.
You might be in trouble here. This is Solar Guardian.
UIW's there with the silence. The
That's
Solar
a
Guardian
very
comes
nice
in, but they
calling.
dodge to the bot lane.
Oh,
Okay,
he's stuck in the
call.
calling.
Ricky is just done. Nothing to say.
Oh no,
It's
Bug.
almost like they had the counterplay ready. Bug is gonna go down as well. TP out from Shiro. The call doesn't connect.
Oi, oi,
Lucky
oi.
little Morphling there. Y might be in trouble. Lawson not able to keep the chase going. That was supposed to be a freebie on the Beastmaster, but Xtreme Gaming, maybe a little bit with the information that they get from no one showing in the top lane, they know that there must be a move being set up bot.
Very nice calling from PYW. This is just the buddy system, right? When you're hit, these plays, we see the power of the calling with the clockwork there. Storm just gets stuck inside, perma silenced. And Tidebound, again, they draft in a way where they kind of need to be ahead, and now they're not. Where's your damage? Is it Don? It's not. Is it Ricky? No way, right?
Is under attack.
Recovery is a long journey right now for Tidebound. PYW almost has ATOS. Farming the lane thanks to News Rotations, who has not dropped in net worth by any means.
Yeah, he's just powering up here. This is the gyrocopter that has been banned for basically 3 games in a row. We were hoping for a bit more of a competitive series. Across the Chinese close qualifiers, these first round, second rounds, you know, we know this region has a very big skill gap. Across the top teams and the ones that are mostly showing their faces only in open qualifiers, but even at the top, among the 3, it just looks like Xtreme Gaming have a way better idea about what they want to do in these games comparatively to Yakult's brothers, comparatively to Tidebound. Tidebound impressed us with some of their faster moves and identity that was quite unique,
Paulson's
but they
looking for a
haven't
hook
really
shot.
been able to replicate anything. Hook shot in, easy catch.
Right on the
Y is
money.
down.
So his whole move bottom was set up by this observer at top right. Like they see Shiro and Bak running down the lane. So okay, let's give tier 1 tower. And they reach the tier 2 at the same time we reach tier 1. So that's the power of the laning ward and the early map control. And XG will get a tier 2 at 13 minutes and 30 seconds.
This is
That
not
is
looking
insanely
good.
early.
This is in a game like this, you're looking at your support duo and you're like, okay, well, what can we do now? Because I don't... Ricky has the Exterminator facet,
Is under attack.
so it's not even like he's getting any bonuses from getting kills, like compared to the contract killer situation, right?
Radiant's
Yeah.
middle tower.
Planet
So the
Seals or
comeback
Wisdom
is...
Rune?
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
Oh,
That's
Shiro,
something.
don't walk that way. Turns around, senses something, but XM sees him. News TPing in, Shiro is going to get scouted.
Hook shot in,
no.
Pelosan, the silence up, there's no way he's getting out of this one. The Muerta clock keeping him
Oh
shut
my
up
God.
forever, and the coil to boot. Painful, painful stuff from Shiro.
Like wine in a wine glass, being spun around before
Yeah, he's
being
just swirled.
drank up by Xtreme Gaming.
Nasty bit of bartending work from XG here.
Radiant's top
There's
tower.
the
is
next
under
tower. Outpost gonna be lost now. The map is getting so small for Tidebound. XG, they're feeling it. New almost Helm of Dom 2, and Rosh is gonna be topside now.
under attack.
That's pretty much a free Aegis whenever they want it. Not sure if they even need it this game. Paulson, is he
The way
going
this
for
game
Spirit
is,
Vessel? He has an Urn. I wouldn't mind the Vessel against the triple heal. Okay, going for 4 stuff. I respect that too.
Structures are fortified.
It's against the Ricky. And the Solar Guardian. 4 stuff actually super high value this game. PYW has one queued up too. Oh no, why?
Tower is under attack.
You asked what he should do as Pugna. This kinda the answer. You hide in trees and you blast towers, but if your opponents are freed up, they can kinda come and kill you.
Everyone just feels like an easy piece to pick up on the map right now. As long as XG can find them.
They want a bait movement here. I don't know if Lou
We're gonna
even
try onto
cares.
low. Mass TP is coming out. Can they burst the gyro in time? They find him? No! Still surviving that last shot. Coming in from nothing to say, but there's XM with the response. Looking for the Storm Spirit. Silenced up and coiled. No way for you to run now. Sliced up. He will go down to
Will
the
he?
Hawk. Still, wait!
New.
Oh, Neo tried to give that kill over. I don't know whether it's gonna
No, he's
matter.
still dead.
XM will be able to chase and they find him.
Paulson,
Trying to
taking the battery
TP out
assault.
battery assault.
That
Ooh,
was close.
that wasn't fast enough.
Alright, so nice kill by them. They get the gyro, but they do lose the Storm Spirit. So again, making plays they need to, but I don't know if it's enough. They need to do that with about 8 more times, I think. Help Shiro
Escape
get...
deny. Small wins, small wins.
Small
Well, that's
wins.
what do you do as the partner? Just
Impact.
be a little, yeah, just be a little bitch as much as you can. That's all you can do.
The life of a support player in these games. AK behind. So I like to see someone kind of play with Lu just to prevent that from happening. Because I think it's hard to do that to XM. So PYW with New and Paulson with Lu. You kind of Talon-ish in this farming phase that they want to play.
Yeah. When we watch Talon in those Southeast Asian close qualifiers, very impressed with their buddy system movement, right? Always having one
Oh, they
support
see
cover
Planet.
a core.
No Solar
Yeah, Planet.
Guardian. He's gonna dodge the hook.
Oh! It doesn't matter! It doesn't matter.
This Murta
He
pick
didn't
has
intend
looked
to do that
insane.
anyway.
What do you mean? He felt Paulson lift his hand. What do you know?
That's true.
Dire's middle
Top lane,
tower
New
is
and
under attack.
Lu will gather up for the Roche play. Aghanim's complete on the gyro and Helm of the Overlord for New as well. No real counterplay for Tidebound. I wonder if they'll try to force this anyway. I feel like giving this Beast Aegis or gyro is just
The game ender.
a little too much to handle, but looks like they'll decide to farm.
I mean, I don't even know whether they know this is happening. There's no one on the map. Like, it could just be a pick off onto Bar. Now they'll know it's happening. This is the first game that they don't have the privilege of the clockwork giving them copious amounts of information.
That's true.
They've tried to substitute that with a Ricky instead, but as we've seen, Planet has just kind of been relegated to pushing out waves in precarious positions. He hasn't really done much on this Ricky. I feel like I keep coming back to this same concept. I don't know if you're sick of me saying this, but Adam, every time we see Tidebound lose, it feels like they're just losing to their own draft.
I mean, they want to play fast, but I think XG is just really good at laning.
Dire's
So I'm gonna
bottom
poke a little
tower is
here.
under attack.
Shiro close to his Manta, definitely not enough, but XG, they will play some textbook Dota, tier 2 top, Tormentor control, triangle control, oh, PYW. Can he land the dead
Those
shot?
PYW with the
Of
setup,
course
dead
he
shot.
can.
Raw out onto Bark. They will take down Faith Beyond for free.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, and this is one of the tougher games I've seen him have. Stone Pick just not working out the laning phase. We see why they don't want to give Paulson the clockwork, right? It's just this lane. Especially with the gyro, my god. Lu having an insane game right now.
Has been killed.
He's had it banned out the first 3
They
games
wanna
just for it
poke
to
high
come out.
ground.
Middle tower
You want a rat? Okay.
Radiant's
Hello tier 3.
under attack.
Well,
Radiant's
goodbye
top
tier
tower
3 as the glyph is popped.
Radiant's middle tower.
Hello
More
tier
textbook
2.
Dota. Hello tier 2. Yeah, go back to safety. No need to tempt fate there. Just go through the motion. Smoke screen will slow them down a little bit. That's what this Ricky can do. Just be annoying. Same
smoke
concept as
screen.
the partner.
Right, what's stopping them from walking back top now? The answer is
Nothing.
nothing as they charge down. Bug is alive though, so they can definitely look for an initiation here. They probably want the Murta, if anything. I think he's the biggest kill. They are smoked
That's why
out.
he's hiding all the way in the back line though. How do they go?
Oh,
XM,
XM.
huge waning rift onto 3. Now they get full vision because of that innate coming out from the Dawnbreaker. Maybe that's what they were waiting for. Bash out onto low. They will finish off the gyrocopter, but the Raw comes out. Smoke screen to cover Bart for now. Calling. Hold him in place.
They
Lou
need
is
to get
actually
out.
going to disengage. Extreme Gaming want no part of this.
There's the Shiro turning into the gyro for the first time. Homing missile coming in. Oh, XM.
XM.
Another beautiful
Well
way
onto
with 3-man
3.
coil.
Why trying to save them
Nice,
with the
dead
heal,
shot
but the hook
too.
shot comes in. Dawnbreaker ultimate coming in now, nothing to say, revealing that BKB and they burst down the park. They find
Oh,
XM.
Paulson
They
goes
haven't
down
lost
as
anyone
well.
just yet. Pretty decent defense, all things considered.
They're chasing, there's a
Tidebound
rocket.
is gonna try. There's a rocket on top of this gyrocopter, and he doesn't have a way out.
PYW.
PYW might just have to help him with calling here, but zip through, nothing to say. Using the last bits of its mana to get on this gyrocopter, and they will surround Lu, and they look like they're killing Lu.
Oh,
Tidebound, it felt like they were out of options, potentially out of this game. Nothing stopping XG, it felt like. That high ground defense, they blow up the Gyro's first life with ease. And a series of nice plays. Nothing to say is BKB paying off big time.
Chen Jinxiang, the man himself. Okay, so something we didn't talk about this game is that how the Storm works with their heroes is he can buy shard, right?
Has fallen.
And I don't know if he will go shard, but your Dawn first spell kind of gets shard buff. And this gyro flag cannon gets the shard buff too. So you get some like kind of cool interactions. You know, you talked about how you lack damage, and there's one way that Storm can kind of pour damage into your team, right? And it is that Storm shard.
Absolutely. Now, the question is whether it works with Tricks of the Trade as well, because that would be kind of funny.
It probably does. I wouldn't see any
Right?
reason why, because you can crit, right? So it makes sense. XG.
Yeah, I mean,
Little
this-
shaky.
they've been solid through this entire grand finals for the most part so far. It's just this one moment where maybe they underestimated the damage. So I think this is... I don't know whether it's good news yet for Tidebound. Maybe they've bought themselves just maybe 5 to 10 more minutes. But now Low is going to make sure he finishes up that BKB, probably wait for that next Aegis before they try and peruse on the high ground again.
I think something dangerous in Dota is like, there comes a point in the game where the net worth lead doesn't mean as much, right? If you have one item and your opponent has 0 items, you are way stronger. Fair? But if you
Yep.
have 4 items and your opponent has 3, those 3 items can sometimes mean the ability to just kind of burst you down, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's...
Especially if you sort of go for the wrong items, right?
Correct. So I think Tidebound, they feel strong here. They want to punish. XG is together. See if Planet can scout out. They might find XM on the park. He's on the low ground. He has a haste rune and 4 staff though.
He can't get out! The silence! No 4 staff coming out for your park. You talked about that counter. He couldn't pop it in time, and now PYW in trouble as well. Chase down onto this Muerta. Turns into the Pierce the Veil. Ethereal can't get auto-attacked for now, but it can still chase on. Shiro will finish off that kill. Nothing to say gets last hit. Coming alive a little bit here, Tidebound.
Oh my god, Buck has Aghanims too. So you know how I talked about 2 items? This is the one item that is going to change the fights for them. This Storm, when he goes in, even if he gets rolled, I don't think he can die. I actually
Have a
don't think
good
they have
degree of magic
damage.
burst, but as long as he pops the BKB, right, he's basically invulnerable at this point.
The smoke screen and the evasion from Dawn, you are not killing anyone. This
Okay.
gyro is not having an MKB anytime soon. Paulson is going to TP out XG. They feel it. They know they are weaker right now. Tidebound's hunting. Morphling close to BKB as well. That one
That's what you
fight
kind of talked
top.
about. Oh man. Are we actually gonna see ourselves a bit of a comeback potentially here? I mean, that would sort of make up for some of the slower games that we had so far. I'm sure everybody's half asleep watching that slow burn of XG rolling over. People are saying, oh, Ricky, haha, what a shit pick. But I mean, if nothing can say can really bring this back from the brink, what a performance that would be from his Storm Spirit. They really need him to pop off this game, and he's starting to tweak. He's starting to show signs of life here. Dragging Tidebound from 1 foot in the casket right back into the running for this. Xtreme Gaming don't want to give up their position though. They know they are weaker a little bit, but
might
they
break
still
smoke
want to
into
try
Ricky
and get the
here.
jump. Planet is gonna break that smoke. Probably go down here. Ends up being just a solo pick off. Not what XG were waiting for, but what they'll have to settle for.
That's alright. I think XG feeling a bit of pressure now too. Because new went for pipe, right? So it's not really a I'm scaling hard kind of build, but more like we are strong now. I think they all kind of felt it, right? They felt really strong. Gonna take back the map now. By no way means are they out of this game. Puck Paresma is coming up. They will have a lot of damage at some point, but the game definitely feels a bit more even than it did 10 minutes ago.
Is this a game that the Morphling can 1v5 in, you reckon? Later
Yes.
down the line.
Yes.
So,
With
Tidebound's
his
whole game
supporting
plan.
costs, yes.
So Tidebound's whole game plan is just gonna be getting him to that stage, right? Because you're still very much behind. The Roche is gonna respawn in 20 seconds potentially. You can see XG already grouping up for that. And that will be XG's second chance at putting an end to Tidebound once and for all. Because if they miss out this second chance, it kind of feels like Tidebound now have this big window to get the Morphling to where he needs to be.
Yeah, I think another thing is that this Morph is not alone, right? This Storm, this Dawn, they are like very strong scaling heroes. Ricky will have the eggs eventually too, so a lot of damage that can come out. Paresma for XM now. This game is all going to be about the next Roche, I think. I think if Tidebound get the next Roche, Xtreme are going to be in a tough spot, and if Xtreme get the next Roche, they might not even be able to break high ground now unless Tidebound kind of mess up. Rocket Flare scouting things out. Xtreme just holding the high ground here. Maybe hoping that Tidebound kind of walk smoke into them, thinking they'll rush.
It's a nice spot though. I don't know whether Tidebound expect this. Still sticking around in the triangle.
Oh, they see Bart.
Faith Beyond gotta show his face to farm this wave, but he knows he can't afford to follow up on that hammer throw. Drags it all the way back. Thinks some circles are being drawn. Why? Reads that move like a book. Spots them out. Rosh is up in 1 minute though. Gonna be a nighttime Rosh, which means it's in the top side. That favors Xtreme Gaming for the fact that they can TP back to the outpost should any buybacks be required.
It's kind of unsettling right now. Gyro picks up a river, little tankier. Another reason we don't talk about why Morph is so good against Gyro is because Gyro is kind of scared of like super high physical damage. So once Morph, who naturally builds Daedalus or Kanda, he just kind of outman fights you, you know? Gyro not really a 1v1 hero.
Time to smoke now for Tidebound. On the prowl. This game could be decided at any moment,
They're
it
not
feels like.
standing on a ward though, nothing says he's sponsored.
Nothing to say, jumps in, has the BKB, in comes the Solar Guardian. It's
Shiro
a bit
got the
misplaced
morph.
though. Shiro got the morph onto the gyro, but they aren't able to catch up to him. The rest of XG retreat while New still on the front lines. Very, very speedy though. Will just escape. So all that used, your Dawnbreaker ultimate
smoke.
down. They can just counter smoke and start challenging this. It's gonna be hard for Tidebound to fight without that ultimate.
Tidebound's just
Back
out
to
of
farming.
there. They want
Yeah,
nothing
they
to
can't.
do with this.
They
You
can't
get
do it.
Rosh, okay, we go farm. It's fine, you can't hit high ground anyway. Lu again, we see this before, he just disassembles the Crystallis for the Satanic, so able to man up a bit more here. Has to be careful though about trying to lifesteal in the Solar Guardian and the smoke screen. Still no MKB.
Roshan has fallen to the damage.
Erasma complete for the puck. Way more magic damage. But I think you kind of need that BKB this game. It's just a bit too risky to rely fully on the 4-star.
Yeah, he's queuing it up, right? I think this is like the common anti-Ricky build for stuff and BKB. It's also his Pugna ward being really annoying. Tidebound, they wanna hold this area.
Dire are scanning.
So
Except
the Ricky did end up getting the shard, which I think is sort of the mandatory pickup. So it prevents sort of ally 4-stars from coming in. You can't... I don't know what else you would prevent other than the 4-star. Maybe
that's it. I
something
think.
like a Pavis. That's about it, yeah.
Anything to click on your ally. I'm quite curious, this is totally random, but can you Solar Guardian into a Ricky, like, if he's on the enemy team?
I don't think... Technically, Solar Guardian, you need to target your ally, right?
Right? Yeah, I
Does
think
it-
so.
Because it targets allied heroes, so I don't think you can actually Solar Guardian save. That's...
Alright, I'll test that. Maybe Ricky's the Dawn counter.
Maybe. We talked about the Dawn counter.
Radiant's middle tower
It's
is
Lu?
winning your
Playing
lane and
high
going up
ground
to
now.
high ground. Yeah.
This is a bit... I say it's a bit pushy right now.
Nothing to say.
Lucy's
Morphing
egg is
into
for
the gyrocopter.
free.
Lu is gonna drop very low, but the last auto attacks can't get him. They get rid of the homing missile before it lands on the copter.
My god, just try to force the team back. That is with Satanic popped, by the way.
I wonder what the strat for high ground is, because it almost feels like you need to get pickoffs before you can go back up there again. It's a bit too risky because the storm can just come in, and even if you counter initiate or nothing to say, the Solar Guardian can come and bail him out.
This is gonna be a long game for sure. There's no way they're going high ground anytime soon. Play for map scale. Accept your fate. This game is gonna be a long one. I think
Here
trying
we
to go
are
high
again.
ground is a big throw.
They've tried a few times now. Maybe the age is giving them a false sense of security. The Gyro actually choosing to finish up the Daedalus instead of the MKB. Do you like this decision? Because you were saying that without the MKB, he can't actually deal with the Storm or the Ricky smokescreen.
Okay, so BKB kinda counters the Ricky smoke screen. You also lifesteal
Not-
more, right? If you crit. It's just really the Solar Guardian that's pretty annoying right now.
I mean, if the Ricky puts the smokescreen on his own allies, the BKB doesn't actually counter.
Wait, is that how it works?
Yeah, that's how it works. That's what I'm saying. So the Ricky not only makes you miss attacks, it gives his allies evasion. So either way, I tested this the other day because I was like, why the hell are people playing support Ricky?
Okay.
It's like a
kinda changes
two-pronged
things.
thing.
Wait. Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it does. So,
So
it
it needs
basically gives your
MKB.
ally exactly. It's kind of the thing is I'm sure these pro players know about it,
Are
but
you
I don't
sure
know
though?
whether that's the thing. I don't know whether they might recall in this moment because maybe they're just still caught up with the sleep dart. This Ricky, yeah, he's gonna stop me from 4-staffing. I know that part. I think it's actually gonna help them out a lot more than they realize on the side of the Tidebound. I'm sure they know this because they're the ones who pick it. But XG might not realize why they aren't able to kill these heroes even with low BKB. It could mean the difference between a won game or a lost game here in this game number 4.
We'll find out soon if this Daedalus comes back to haunt him. I think it is going to be a problem. There's just so much mischance between the smokescreen and the Solar Guardian. Will this be the first time he buys a bad item? I wouldn't hate this Crystallis into MKB though. Like, just don't complete the Daedalus. I think that's okay.
Yeah, I don't mind that as well. I mean, he's sort of running out of a bit of space in his inventory as well.
I think based on how they're playing, he just wants an item to kind of fight now, right?
Up to the high ground again, nothing to say. The full focus out onto the gyrocopter. He is losing HP fast. They'll roll up Shiro. This Morphling is in trouble. He needs a save and the Solar Guardian will come to bail him out. Ultimate's used. Get rid of the Roche banner. It just feels so free. Every single time. The gyro shows on the high ground. In goes Shiro with the Morph. Getting the gyro form. And starting to flat cannon away. They managed to preserve their high ground for now, but maybe the Xtreme Gaming can try and go back in now that the ultimates are down.
Okay, something I like to see XG do here is try to snipe this Daedalus, because they see Morphling with the recipe and the thing, right? So just kind of protect this area, don't let a courier fly out. I think dragging it out would be really nice. This Morph with Gyro Daedalus is hella scary. He does get it now though.
Seen it happen before, nothing to say. Gets the shot through the Tormentor. For sure he would have bought it by himself for now, but that's going to be a nice little boost in terms of burst damage coming out for the Morphling as well.
They can actually full to 0 Gyro. I'm so sure they can full to 0.
Yeah, me too. I think that's probably why we saw Low just back up immediately there. No BKB even with that Aegis. He doesn't want to risk it.
Though I'm sure Lou has to be wondering why he ain't healing, right? He has Crystallis, Aghanim, Satanic, it's just like, damn.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this Ricky is kind of... We were trying to theory craft why the Ricky comes out at this juncture. And maybe it's just kind of the gyro counter. Right? Like, you're trying to flat cannon in the fights. Even if you're BKB, you can just put that mischance on your allies defensively. So you protect the key targets. Even if Gyro has vision of you, it's not like he's gonna kill you. So it's worked out for them so far. And like you said, Tidebound are inching towards a reality where this Morphling might be able to 1v5. I know that feels a bit out of reach right now, but...
He knows, MKB time.
Hey.
So that's gonna be a big timing for them, right? Because a lot of his damage has been stopped.
Yeah.
He's not poor by any means. I think MKB Daedalus is like the biggest of all damage combos. Can also possibly Lincoln's him, right? Stop the Storm Pull.
Yeah, but the Storm has a Hex now as well.
Oh my. Nothing to say.
Can you kind of need to pre-Lincoln's him before the smoke screen comes down, because if the smoke screen comes down, you can't cast shit on it.
That's true as well. They will smoke up with his Lincolns. They know they're on the right side because of the Wisdom Rune's positioning. Planet gonna drop a ward here. It's just
Wilson on the high ground. They'll just jump him. Easy kill on the clockwork. From more here, nothing to say. Chase onto PYW, pull him in, but no damage for now to follow up. Giving nothing to say, that mana back. They'll give up on the chase for now.
XG, they know it's farm time right now. Fights are really hard to take. This Morph is so strong.
This is what Shiro was waiting for. Level 30 Morphling. Sure, he's been in these type of situations before. Game feels impossible, but they managed to scrap and pull their way to multiple high ground defenses now. Just feels like Xtreme Gaming can't crack into those buildings. I mean, did they see the TP? The Morphling able to Manta and just waveform out. Jump forward from XM, just scouting a little bit. X is not going to connect though, so they are able to escape.
Illusion for Shiro, more farm. Okay, so Shiro's going for a Skadi instead of a Satanic. I'm not sure if I like this very much. I like the Satanic a lot more because it allows you to play at like lower AGI. With Skadi, when people go on you, you kind of have to morph up, right? But with Satanic BKB, you can kind of just turn things around or person again.
It's found.
Okay, who catches who here?
Screen up. Comes PYW with the Athos under nothing to say. Low mana on this Storm Spirit, but gets bailed out for now. XM trying to chase on. They want to get rid of this Pugna. Y is in big trouble, but he's able to just get out. No, that Witchblade from XM takes him down, and now nothing to say in trouble.
Oh,
Shiro's actually going to go in, look for the fight. This is the Morphling that he wanted to become. In comes the Solar Guardian, nothing to say. Bone Dry on mana, but still were able to punch out onto New. Planet with the smoke screen, keeping his team alive. The smoke screen is causing everything to miss.
Okay, strong here.
The Blade Mail now, nothing to say, is in trouble.
Nice smoke screen.
This
Oh, the
Pugna.
psychic hit then.
Okay, pushes him away, but nothing to say. Is still going to be dead here. Pushed up to the high ground.
No
One last
way.
auto attack. Are you serious? Can he get down? He's out.
Can you hit the dead shot, POW? I'm watching you.
The XM's got to clean up meanwhile.
Oh my
Storm
god.
gets back to safety. I feel like that fight should have been a lot worse for Tidebound.
That was an insane buyback by Y, just saving nothing to say there. It's so big. If the Storm went down. But we see like what happens right when the Shiro morphs up. Lu, he understood that Morph can't fight him if he's morphing up. He needs Satanic too. It's no more damage, and XM in the backline is kinda cooking there. So much damage, close to 25 now. 4k gold as well, so we'll probably see an Octarine core come out soon.
Didn't end up getting the BKB that we saw him queue up, but with the Lincolns now, an added layer of defenses. And we see kind of the problem, because even though this Ricky smokescreen quote-unquote counters him, I don't think he's the target of the Ricky smokescreens anymore, because the Ricky's too busy trying to preserve his allies, trying to increase their evasion. And XM is just allowed to play the fight freely. This Pug has become a major problem.
That was also the first reveal of the MKB right on Gyro. I think they didn't know about it. Lu, XG continue to look good right now. It definitely felt like Tidebound took a big momentum swing in their favor, but after this fight, Xtreme Gaming there, Roshan is the next on their mind. Daedalus complete, no buyback for Lu here. Aegis could mean the end of the game. There's also an eggs up for grabs for XM if they get this one. About to be a dire Roshan.
Could be XM, could be Polo. We've seen how strong these Clockwork Rockets have been.
I definitely give it to Puck this game. I think the coil with the debuff pierce immunity is so strong. Arcane Rune Storm though.
In comes Tidebound, ready to try and fight. And it...
XM's not even here. Trying to get 25.
Oh no. Nothing to say, just zipping forward here.
He's like, wait
For
guys, go
something.
back.
Let's clear out the vision up here in this area. Roche is up, so regrouping now on XG and the smoke around. Hero showing on Tidebound, not sure whether this is what you want. It'll give XG a lot of information to work with.
They need to wrap around. XM kind of shows his position with the orb. Has to deal with the wave. Is he 25?
Oh
Let
dear.
me get a level check here. This 25 on Puck is giga big.
XM quietly creeping up to become such a problem and escaping now.
Oh, they're gonna go
Tidebound.
down. Rosh is gonna be in the Radiant. XM is... Oh my god, that was close. XG, they need gate.
Need gate, but with this Dawnbreaker innate, they will see the whole team of XG taking that transport
They
along
see
with the
Roche too.
Roshan. They do see Roche moving over. So they know it's spawned. XG can just run in there and rush it, but they have every reason to believe that Tidebound will be on their way as well.
It's fine.
And they make it here in time though.
Look at
Doesn't
the
seem
buybacks.
like it. XG are just shredding through this Roche right now.
Storm is 100 gold
Buybacks
from
can come
buyback.
through.
Nothing to say.
XM holding that high ground, nothing to say, has to be careful. The Roche dropping low already, they're pepping him up. He's
he
looking
gets
for the
coiled,
jump
he
for the
can't
dream
move.
coil. He can't move. It's an Aegis. In comes the hook shot, beautiful one. Smokescreen trying to keep them safe.
On to
Morphling
Shiro,
is fine
Shiro
on
might
the
go
front
down,
line for
Shiro!
now. Shiro is in trouble, but the heal's coming out. But able to help his Morphling stand his ground. Meanwhile, they've killed up Peloson. And looking at New now, charging forward. This Morphling is a problem. XM's trying his best on the back lines, but they just don't have the damage for this Morphling. UIW is going to come in and silence him,
stay
but
in trouble.
Morphling, he is full HP, low versus Shiro.
Oh, the refresher pop is not
on low.
Satanic.
Planet trying to help him out. Satanic healing up, and it's gonna be enough low. The big bad gyrocopter stands its ground and crushes the Morphling.
Oh my god, what a close fight. I thought Lu messed up there because he didn't BKB to kill the Morph on the first roar. He got hexed, the damage kind of stopped, and the fight just kind of dragged on for so long, but the buybacks coming out from Paulson and New here. And just this gyro, he picked up the refresher too, Lu. Because Radiant Rosh, right? No eggs. So second Satanic, second BKB, just turning that fight. Damn, MVP
goodness.
Lu so far.
You can look at the fight recap, both carries doing upwards of 12k damage, but the problem is, when you have a second BKB, when you have a second Satanic, you just can't match up.
no
Need to
Dawn
buy back now
buyback.
on Tidebound. Feels like their last chance at holding on.
They need to get out, XG. Yes, no BKB on gyro. He has to be really careful here.
He got no Dawnbreaker though.
I don't think it matters.
Smoke
The
back
Dawn,
up.
it's the Morph and Storm, right? That can kind of kill him. Oh, if this...
Draw up.
This is different.
Planet.
Nicely crashed.
Smoke screen. XM on the back lines again, dealing with the support. Planet
dead
looking
shot.
to just go down
the
for
dead
free.
shot on Shiro.
On the front lines. They got him waveform away
Nothing to
though.
say, no
but,
BKB.
oh no, nothing to say. It's down. 2 minutes without your Storm and it's done. The grand finals. That's a wrap. Xtreme Gaming in style. It was a bit of a slow build up to this point. But they cruised through the upper bracket, 2-0s all around. Challenged a little bit by Tidebound on their way here. But at the end of the day, there's no question about who the